What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, and I'm here with my guy, Mike Beasy, aka Music City Soul. And today, we are chatting it up, talking about, breaking down, and reviewing the Fantastic Four First Steps, or Fantastic Four The First Steps, okay? We just saw the movie. This is going to be a complete spoiler review. If you want the non-spoiler review, that's going up on the channel a little bit later, in a little bit later today, that out-of-theater review that you guys will be able to check out. But this is going to be our full-blown spoiler talk. So if you ain't seen Fantastic Four The First Steps, I suggest you maybe want to skip that diddly-do out of here, bro.
If you ain't seen it, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing here.
Facts,
It's
yo.
over for you. It's over for you. Don't blame us. We told you. We told
yo.
you. So, I'm ready to rock, bro. You check out my shirt. I got my shirt.
Hey, you feel me? You got the Fantastic, I got the Galactus shirt. You feel me? We out here rocking and rolling. I was about to say, yep, I know you got the car, and then yes, sir.
Pulled up.
And then we got the Big G. We pulled up for show. We pulled up for show, yo. We pulled up for show. Let's I'm gonna turn that on so y'all can see him back there watching, okay? So we gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the good. We're gonna get into what we liked about it, what we loved about it, what we didn't like about it. We're gonna be talking about everything here, y'all. And we getting real nerdy in it, because if you don't know, that's what we do. We get real nerdy around here when we break down these things and start really talking about it, yo. So but happy Sunday to everyone, chat. We see y'all jumping in, yo. What's up with it, Ark? What's up with it, Tristan? What's up with it, Maverick? How's everybody doing today, yo? I hope all y'all are having a good one. Let's jump into chat, see how everyone is talking about real quick. BZ said what up to Tristan. Superman made money back. Yep, it sure did. That's a fact. It definitely hit those marks. But we talk about Fantastic Four today, my boy.
I guess shout out to Superman.
Shout out to Superman.
I don't know what we're doing with them.
That's true. My guy Tristan said I have completely lost interest in the current MCU. I'm just ready for a reboot. The spark hasn't been there since Endgame. That's just my opinion. Hey man, I understand what you. We hear that. We hear that. We've heard that often around here. I think. Period. And we've just heard it. So, I say it all the time, yo. COVID and the strikes hurt the MCU unrepairably. Like, it did damage that we will never be able to even understand on that backside, man. So I understand. Like, if we didn't have COVID, if we didn't have the strikes, and we went into WandaVision and all those things happened when they were supposed to, we'd be just fine. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, things went another way. So it'd be like that. You know what I mean? It'd be like that.
I mean, it's not a unfair. I mean, it's a fair sentiment. A lot of people feel that way. So, but,
for sure.
Another year, you'll be all right.
Facts. Yeah, because that doomsday is gonna be insane, buddy. You know what I mean? That shit is gonna be crazy.
By December of next year, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. So, Art, yeah, you're right, Art. That is good for Supergirl. You're right. That is good word for Supergirl. The fact that Superman hit those numbers, you're right. That's a fact. We ain't gonna ignore that, because everything about the DCU was predicated on this movie, though. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing for everything about the DCU for it to at least to hit that. You know what I'm saying? And as it's been stated by a lot of people, it doesn't need to hit the numbers that everybody expects it needs to hit and all this, and that's probably because they got a whole bunch of stuff on the backside going on that we just not privy to yet. So yeah. That Peacemaker season 2 trailer was wild. I actually have not seen the new trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I just now saw that there was a new trailer right now. I don't know what's been going on, but I feel like I have not been getting my phone ain't been giving me notifications for new stuff or something. I don't know. I feel like I done missed hella shit, bro. Like, dead ass. I feel like I done missed hella shit.
Gunn was at SDCC yesterday with Peacemaker, so they all
shut the hell up. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
They pulled up Peacemaker, that's how they can show right now. So he put up on the panel and they dropped the trailer yesterday.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
They lean into, they're literally advertising the pocket dimension and multiple alternate Earths. All of that. They're going full on.
Okay.
So they teased us in the first trailer, and then we got the information about it in Superman movie.
Okay.
His whole trailer is about him going to the alternate Earth and finding basically happiness
Oh.
there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I'm
Go in.
definitely gonna have to tap in
Go
with
in.
that and see what's going on because that sounds crazy. Yo, what's up with
That's the
everybody
selling point.
on the other side of YouTube Shorts? What's up with it? I see you, George. I see you, Ink Life. I see you, Mikey. How's everybody doing? Let me actually add y'all to the chat because I just realized that the YouTube Shorts isn't on here yet. So let's add that because I want to definitely talk to y'all over there too. George said hi, guys. What's up? Ink Life said
What up, dude?
hi. Mikey said hi. I don't know what the hell Maximilian is talking about, but he said something. He said something wild, but I ain't gonna read that one.
That's a
Okay,
couple.
I see.
That's a few
I see
people in the
Maverick
chat.
went
I
off
was
on a
like,
tangent right here. Hold
yeah, I'm
on.
gonna get to that. Maverick on the wave here. I don't
Okay.
necessarily agree with it, but
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's
he on the
see.
wave.
Let's see. Let's see. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer is a better movie. Phase 4.5 of the MCU is game of cameos. There's more cameos in your movie, the more money you make. The only MCU movies to make more than 900 million post Endgame were all cameo fests. Spider-Man: Far From Home was immediately post Endgame, like WandaVision, so got a huge boost from Endgame itself. If the Marvels had the same amount of cameos as Deadpool 3 or Doctor Strange 2 or Spider-Man No Way Home, it would have made $2 billion at the box office.
Nah, that's untrue. That's untrue.
People hate
That's untrue.
Captain Marvel though,
People,
bro.
I'm gonna
There's
tell
a
you why
thick
that is
hatred for
not
Captain
true.
Marvel.
Because that film, it got hated on a lot. Just like the first Captain Marvel film got hated on a
Yeah.
lot because a female lead. There's no way that
Yeah.
film was gonna do anything outside of what it did. And it was better than what all of the narratives that was pushed out there. So, it never got a fair chance.
Yeah.
But it was not
I
going
agree.
it didn't matter. The
I
cameos
agree.
wasn't going.
If the X-Men were in the main part of the Marvels, not just in the post credits, it would have made like $2 billion at the box office. Phase 4 and 5 of the MCU are game of cameos. The more cameos. Okay. What I'll say to that though is I don't know if that's necessarily Marvel or the MCU's fault or anything like that, right? Like these things
It's
that
not.
are going on are things that the people have been asking for. You know what I mean?
There you
Like
go.
this
That's
is
where the
it.
money.
It's
That's
not
what
like
people
they
want
just
to see.
came out of nowhere and was like, "Oh, I guess we're going to do this." Like, no, everyone was saying, "Okay, this is now a perfect time to do a last two Raw for every single character that we've ever had." Everybody was saying they want to see Tobey Maguire and Wolverine on the screen. Like that's exactly what everyone started saying after Spider-Man No Way Home as well. Like, okay,
Yeah.
now we need to immediately see Wolverine come back. Now we need this character to come
Yeah.
back. Now we need all this stuff to come back. And then Marvel started listening to the audience and giving them that more and more and more. And then they just started caring less and less and less about it. I mean, you got Professor X, you even got a Reed Richards popping up in the Doctor Strange movie. Like these are things that people also asked for years and years before it even came out. Like people were like, "Yo, I can't wait to see it." Even when that clip came out of the deleted scene from Iron Man when he was actually mentioning the X-Men and Spider-Man and all these things because it was supposed to be because Kevin Feige initially wanted everything to be connected, but obviously he couldn't do it at that time. But
Legally, right?
now here we are where he's able to do it and he's using the narrative to do it, by the way. This isn't just shit that's just happening randomly. Like, no, they've used 2 seasons of Loki. They used all of these movies to really build up the narrative around how it's going to happen. So it's like, these are things that we know. You feel me? So I feel like we gotta give a little pushback against the notion that everything is like the cameo fest was their plan from the start. We're like when it's like these niggas been begging for the cameo fest this entire time.
It's basic economics, right? Supply and demand.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
facts.
The demand was there. Marvel hit them with the supply. I mean, they just connected the dots, like you said. Like the John Krasinski pulling up in WandaVision. The people have been talking about John Krasinski as Reed Richards for years.
Bro,
years, dog.
You
They
can't
wanted
tell
him
me
and his
Kevin
wife
Feige that
to
was
be
his
the first
idea to
one.
just do it. You feel me? That is not Kevin Feige's first idea, bro. Hell no.
I'm saying, like, I gotta chill out, man. Y'all gotta chill the fuck out, man.
They use the multiverse saga to be like, all right, how do the audience feel if we honestly listen to them? Like, what will they get from this? And all they got was hate from listening to the people that they was listening to turned around and hated everything. They was like, no, this isn't actually what I wanted. It's like, damn, well, too bad, G, we already here. So buckle up, buddy. Right. Let's see. You guys Chet said you guys look like you would order a snack wrap at McDonald's, bro. I ain't never had a snack wrap in my life. I'm gonna say.
Whoa. First of all, the fuck you got against snack wraps, my guy?
Hey, that's a valid question.
Number two, the fuck snack wraps got to do with what we talking about, my guy?
Yo, chat is on one today. I ain't gonna lie.
Who sent you?
Who sent you is diabolical.
Why are you here? Who sent you?
Oh snap!
Come on. Let's stay on task, people. Come
on. Yo, I don't know what your name is. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say A. A said hello from Russia. What's up with it? A, how you doing? Let's see. Tristan said the actor for Clayface is currently reading the comics for that character in it to get ready for the film. He just posted a picture a few minutes ago. Hey, that's dope.
Smart man. You need to go ahead and watch Batman the Animated Series while he at it.
Hey, dead ass, bro. Have him watch both. Have him watch Batman the Animated Series and the new one that they just did. Because is Clayface in the new one? Wait, maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, Cape Crusader. Clayface is in Cape Crusader.
Oh, he is in Cape Crusader? Okay. Crazy that the big three all got animated shows within the last year. You know, like we got a new Spider-Man animated show, we got a new Batman animated show, and a new Superman animated show in the last calendar year. G, that's crazy. G, that's crazy to even think about. And aren't we getting My Adventures with Green Lantern or something next year or something? Like, bro, it's about to be crazy, bro. This shit is wild.
Going down.
Bro said do a flip. Mikey, you wildin', G.
Yeah. Go look at my YouTube. We got flips on there.
Tap in.
When I'm not in nerd mode, I'm a dancer. I got a dance crew. We got flips. Let's go.
Yep. Go tap in.
All flips you want. Splits and all that. Flips, twirls, whatever you want to do, my guy.
Gymnastics.
Yeah, don't get me riled up, man. Don't get me riled up. Don't get me riled up, man. Come on.
My guy Tristan said Hugh Jackman's Wolverine was originally supposed to have a cameo in Spider-Man 2002. Oh, that would have been cool.
Yep.
I would have liked to see something like that. Yo, what's up with it, Terrell? Welcome into the chat, my guy. How'd you like Fantastic Four First Steps? Hey, chat, let us know how you like Fantastic Four First Steps, okay? Drop a 1 in the chat if you like the movie. Drop a 2 in the chat if you didn't. And drop a 3 in the chat if you're not really sure how you feeling, okay? I want to know. Let's get a little bit of a consensus about how y'all feeling, yo. We're about to dive into the movie. We've been talking to y'all just a little bit casually here for a while, y'all. Y'all been talking about a little bit of everything but the movie. But now we about to dive into it. So let's really talk about it, yo.
Superman and snack wraps. What the fuck?
Superman, snack wraps, and everything else in between. They pulled up on shenanigans today. Oh man, y'all pulled up on straight shenanigans today. Okay, y'all. Yeah, bro. I'm ready to talk about it. Okay, I'm ready to talk about it. This was oh snap. Hold on. What's going on here? Canva. There we go. Bam. And then where me? Nope, wrong camera. Bam. Okay.
I had them all week last week. My shit was tripping this week.
Hey, yeah, she was wild the last couple of weeks. Shit was going against us for sure, but we out here. We out here today.
We had the DC snipers on us last week.
They was in here.
We got the Marvel snipers on us today, man.
You're right. That's funny. Hey, I'm gonna drop this poll real quick on the YouTube Shorts to see how you guys are feeling over here too. Let's drop the haven't seen it yet. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm gonna also say it again, yo. We about to get into full spoiler zone right now. We're going to full spoilers. We're talking about everything, character dynamic. We're talking about moments from the movie that we like, things we didn't like. We talking about it all, y'all. We talking about it all, y'all. So make sure, if you've seen the movie, tell us how you felt about the moments. Tell us your favorite moment from the movie. Let's start it off with that as well, chat. What was your favorite moment from the movie, yo? And how about you, BZ? What was your favorite moment of the movie, bruh? Like what? Like,
all right, since we're diving in it, I'm gonna tell
yeah.
my favorite moment was the entire action sequence in front of the black hole. And Silver Surfer's just literally
Ooh.
floating and skating and surfing off the clouds and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was so crazy, man. That
Yeah,
shit
that
was
was
so crazy. The
gas.
entire pacing, the firing when they go through the wormhole, how Surfer's just hitting the spins and Johnny shooting. He figured
Yeah.
out the wavelength technology there and shot that motherfucker in the circle. Yeah, that whole
Bro,
thing
all
was
of that was
epic.
wild, bro. Literally. That part of that was
Exactly.
actually beautiful. I agree. That was beautiful and it was lit as hell, bro. I
Yeah.
love that we did not waste any time with the Silver Surfer. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like she was on action time for show. That was cool. She was on
It was on go.
action mode.
It was on go.
Uh when they pulled up on the planet and then when they pulled up and then when they tried to leave hella quick and then all of a sudden she was just foam after him in the ship.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy. That shit was
he was on that
yeah.
bumper, man. He
And
was on that
I
bumper.
love that moment that you're talking about too because that was the what's it called? That was like the um for lack of better words, that was the where's it at? Where's it at? The interstellar like moment of the movie, you know, because it
Mhm.
had that
Yeah,
the black hole
yeah,
was there and just all the shit that was going down. So that moment was
yeah.
freaking. It was just incredible what they were able to do in this movie. Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things as well is like not just that part of the movie, but the aspect of how they handled like space and the cosmos in its entirety because they just did a really freaking good job, bro. Like I was
Right.
locked in. I was definitely locked in whenever it was time to go. So, but no, one of my favorite parts of the movie I think is I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think everything about Galactus was pretty awesome in this movie, bro. I'm not gonna lie as well. My guy legitimately
Yeah.
was aura farming almost every time he was on the screen, G. And that shit was crazy, bro. But as much as I
Man.
love that, there was also some things about it that like, yeah, there was also some moments that we'll get into it. We'll get into it, but
Yeah, yeah, we'll get
I
into
think
it. We'll get into
I
it.
think like let's talk let since we talked about like the favorite moments, let's talk about character dynamics, man. What was your favorite character dynamic in this movie?
Honestly, and it's crazy because the movie it kind of gears its focus towards Sue really and Reed
Yeah,
how they play. But I really like Johnny and Ben's dynamic, the buddy
yeah,
brother dynamic there. Like they played off each other very well, and you could tell like it's a family film for sure. Like it's
for
a film
sure.
about family, and you get that they don't stray away from that. They use the word family several times in the film, but it
Facts.
was the dynamic between Johnny and Ben that really sold it. It really sold it.
Yeah,
Like you expected the Sue and Reed, his husband and wife, so you kind of get that. And the difference between like this and someone brought up Superman, the focus of Superman was basically Lois and Clark, right?
yeah,
This was a little bit different, and it was more so it was an ensemble film, right? It didn't feel like it was one person head and shoulders above anyone else.
very
But
true.
I think the relationship
Ooh,
between
very
Ben
true,
and
very true.
Johnny played out a little bit stronger than I think people would have been expecting.
I agree. That was something that me and my boy even were saying when we came out of the theater as well. Was like, wow, like I kind of even though we didn't get to see Johnny or Ben in their own right, like
Yeah,
separately like
yeah,
that much.
separate. Yeah.
Still, what we got to see from them when they were separate was awesome, and it just built that
Hmm.
dynamic of when they were together of how they're really bros. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like even
yeah.
that moment when the power goes out and all this stuff, and then Ben has to start letting his beard grow, and Johnny is the one that's like, "Hold on, G, it looks good." Like, hold on,
Yeah,
man, you
yeah.
can actually
Oh,
rock
oh,
the beard. You know what I'm saying?
oh.
Like,
Let's say you
just
can make
those
that
little
face. Let's make
moments,
that.
bro. Yeah, those little moments go so far.
Yeah.
They went really far for me. I think everyone did an awesome job as well. Like together, all the acting was pretty solid. I had seen somebody kind of shitting on Joe Keery. I think that's what his name is, who is, who plays as Johnny Storm. And I
Ooh,
actually really liked him.
I
I don't
liked
think
him.
he did bad
I
at
liked
all,
him. I thought he
bro.
was pretty good. I thought
Yeah,
he was pretty great. I thought he was pretty great.
like all of the
He
characters were
captured
so
everything that
good.
is Johnny. You know what I'm saying? He
Yes.
captured what we know Johnny to be. Like even this specific scene when he's trying to tell them when he had a conversation with Silver Surfer, and he was like, "Oh, I get it. Johnny
Yeah.
loves women. Johnny loves space. Sexy alien Johnny.
That's
That's all Johnny right there. That's
facts,
Johnny.
facts.
To a T. That one T sums up everything that Johnny Storm is.
I agree so much. And it was dope to see it though too, you know what I mean? Just and I loved him even standing on business in that way. Like, like, hey, hold on now. Like, I know. Like I know, but I'm being dead ass. Like we need to check this out. Or him even telling
Yeah,
Sue, like, no, don't worry. Don't tell Reed about this. Like I'm gonna handle it. He
yeah,
got
I
enough
got
shit to
this.
do
I got
already.
this.
You feel me? Like all those dynamics, they go a long way. I think that the original Fantastic Four movies did do a really good job of establishing all of the character dynamics separately though also. I
Mm,
think we were really able to everyone talks about it. That moment where Ben is like trying to pick the ring up off the floor because his wife is like, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I don't know if we got any moments that were that heavy in this movie in that type of way. You know?
Facts.
So
I
that
think,
was one of
in
like
that
I wasn't
regard,
looking for that either. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
no, that's a good point. It's a good point. They played
Yeah.
it. I think in that regard, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think they just played it
Mm-hmm.
safe with
Yeah.
this film in that regard. Right? They didn't take too many swings with the emotional side of it, individually. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
not as far as like outside separately like that, like those moments that you speak of, being trying to pick up the ring and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
kind of played it a little bit safe, and they kind of just kept true to. They pretty much attack everything together, which again
Yeah,
stayed in line
true.
with the theme, but it's still like a safe route to go, which I understand.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to relaunch basically something that we've seen already, and the last time we saw it, it wasn't great, right? We don't
Yeah.
forget. We don't forget, right? We don't forget the Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four.
No, we don't forget that at all.
That shit only made like 160 million, period, right? Period. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone spoke on that. The money spoke on what people thought about that
Oh
film. You know what
shit.
I'm saying? So, yeah, they played it
Yo.
safe in that regard, and I understand it. But like when you look back and compare the
Mm-hmm.
previous movies, those moments are not here in this film. And again, it's not
Yeah.
a bad thing. It's pointing out a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good point. Good call.
And
Good call.
I feel that way too. I feel like there was certain okay. Anyway, let's just stick on the character dynamics, right? I really did enjoy the
Yeah.
characters. Being able to see I wanted more of these, but I understand why we didn't get to see it in the way we did. But like they highlighted Johnny and Ben, and then they also highlighted like Sue and Reed. I really liked
Mhm.
Sue and Reed. I like their dynamic so much. I appreciate like I like this version of Sue whenever we have her, when she really is standing on business and calling him out on his bullshit. Because usually Sue is the only one that can call him out on his bullshit.
Yes.
And the only one that he'll really
Yeah.
listen to, right? He won't try
Mhm.
to he stops being that logical rationalizing person with Sue specifically. And anybody else he's just
Also,
gonna
yep.
always crunch the numbers, but she's gonna be like, nigga, are you crunching numbers with me? You know what I mean? Like that. She always gonna stop, bro, in his tracks in order to, and he gonna check himself. And I
Yeah.
like that. I like that we
Great
got to
point.
see her
Great
do
point.
that. I like when she was like It's the logical thing to do. What are you talking about? This is our
Yeah,
baby. Like, I
yeah.
know you
No,
read.
baby,
This
that's
means
what
that
they
you thought
mean.
it out already, bro. Like, I know you, bro. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
like seeing her
yeah,
know him so well and know that he's so smart that he gonna think these things. Like, bro, I just think that was
yeah. He couldn't
beautiful to
deny
be
it.
able
He
to
couldn't
see him.
deny it. He was like, "You're right. You're right." He's like, "Logical thing. I'm just real. You've already thought about it, which means you put it as possible a plan. Like, are you serious? Oh, you have to deal with that shit.
She deduced
I'm
him the
sorry.
way
You know,
he
I own
deduces everything. You feel me? So it's a
everything.
good
Yeah,
dynamic to see that happen,
yeah.
and it's good to see him have to check himself, especially as the always being the smartest person in the room, literally, right? Like
Mm,
you need to be able to check yourself when you have that level of just anything, bro. So I just love
mm.
to see him be humanized in that way, and Pedro Pascal killed it, bro. He killed it. Like,
You cooking? You cooking?
like, bro,
You
he
cooking?
killed it. Every time you see, it's like you even see it in his eyes. It's like, whoa, like, bro snaps
It's
back and he's
crazy.
like, my bad.
It's crazy because when Pedro was announced as Reed Richards,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Are you serious?" Pedro as Reed Richards. The dad aspect I saw.
Mm.
Okay, I didn't see super dad, so to speak. I didn't
Yeah,
see the
yeah, yeah.
superhero side from Pedro. Like we got a lot of good stuff from Pedro. We got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. I love Pedro. I was like, "Yo, I don't know about this casting, man." But I'm happy to say I was wrong. I was wrong. Pedro, like you said, Pedro did his thing, and I didn't doubt he would. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
true.
always like, well, Pedro's dope. So maybe he changes my mind.
Yeah.
Pedro changed my mind. Pedro
He
changed my mind.
he
And it's the little
literally
moments that you
killed it,
speak
bro.
of. Yeah, it's the moments that you speak of how you can kind of see it in his eyes and his facial expressions, how he kind of the little nuances here and there within the frame of the scenes that he's in, especially with how you mentioned with Sue. Those things right there kind of really did it for me. Did
Yeah,
it for me. Okay, Pedro. Okay, Pedro.
for real.
Hold on. Hold on.
And I think to that point that you just said, I feel like every character had that moment as well.
Yes.
Every single character had that moment where I was like, "Woo, well done, Vanessa Kirk. Woo, well done,
Mm,
Joe Keery.
mm,
Woo, well done." You know what I mean?
mm.
Like because every single thing was really, it was there, bro. And
Yeah.
I appreciated Johnny being able to shine a little bit here as well. I think people sleep on Johnny a little bit because most people only know the Fantastic Four version of Johnny like from the movies,
Yeah.
and that's what they
Yeah.
think
For the
that
movies.
Johnny is only. And it's like it's
Yeah.
a whole other side to my boy that y'all don't
Yeah.
even get to see.
Johnny's a dude, man. He's one of them. Johnny's one of them. And that's a very, very, very good point. And
Mm-hmm.
the way but I'm sorry. I saw that shit. I threw me off, man. Hey, you wild for that Fantastic Foursome comment, bro. You wild for
Yo,
that shit.
for
You know?
surely, bro.
That shit caught. I ain't listen. I
That
wasn't
shit
ready. I wasn't
definitely
ready.
threw me off too. I was like, what the?
I was not ready. I was not ready, man. Y'all wild in the comments, man.
Y'all is
But
tripping today.
but like you said, and especially with all the moments, I think what Matt Shackman did here is he literally, you could tell there was great care taken
Mm.
for each of these characters in this movie. Like how we talked about how Superman was a love letter to the fans and to
Oh,
everyone who was the character prior to
oh, yes, yes,
this film. Literally from the jump,
yeah.
when they said Earth 828 was a love letter
Mm-hmm.
to Stan Lee and Jack Kirby the
Yeah,
entire way through. And it
that's
hit you
very
with it from
true.
the first thing, Earth 828. Jack Kirby's birthday is August 28th, which is also my birthday, by the way.
Uh,
So it's literally
damn.
a love letter, and they're giving flowers off rip
Yeah,
to the people who created every villain that they named in this film. Jack Kirby
I
and
agree.
Stan Lee
Yeah,
created every single
yeah.
villain, the ones we saw, the ones we didn't see, because they named a few off screen. When
Mm-hmm.
Reed said baby proof the world, and then he started naming, I think, Puppet Master, Wizard, and
Yep.
somebody else. I can't remember one. But and even in the at the end in the little cartoon end
Oh
scene, it
yeah,
had
yeah,
Dragon Man.
yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Dragon Man. All of those characters are characters that were created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. So this was a huge, huge love letter and a flower giving ceremony to the creators of
That's
this,
awesome.
and
That's
it makes
beautiful.
sense when you think about the retro future look
Mm-hmm.
when Fantastic Four was created way back in the day. But it had
Yeah.
like an old school vibe to it.
Almost like that Jetsons-esque vibe. You know what I mean? Like we've definitely
So
lost
it's like,
that.
no, they did their homework with this film, and they really
Yeah.
wanted to give a shout out to the people who gave us this.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. We got two huge blockbuster superhero films that are love letters.
Oh, yes.
To everyone involved, right? So then, I mean, it's hard to.
Especially in this era when people don't pay homage anymore, mind you, right? Like that is something that we just
that's
that
what I was
has
looking
been
for.
lost
Yeah,
to society, bro. Like
yeah,
everyone wants to redo the wheel or whatever the case may be, and it's like even
yeah.
if you want to do something new or different, still understand what built the fabric of this in the first place.
Mhm.
And I think like you just said, Superman definitely did that, and Fantastic Four definitely did that. Like both of these movies are comic book movies. Like this movie was just as comic booky, if you know, as Superman was.
Yep.
Like to be completely honest, but it just took
Yep,
that
1000%.
way more scientific route, while Superman took the fantasy route, which is what we kind of called what it would be when we first started seeing everything. My one comparison though is facts. I really wish that we got to see Metropolis look like how this New York looked. Like that was like my one thing that I was like a little bummed out about is we didn't get to see that futuristic Jetsons like style because that's Metropolis. You know what I mean? You know, so that was like one of my that was a big gripe for me from that. And then seeing this, it was like, damn, this is exactly what I wanted it to look like, literally. Like as they're flying around and it's like, yeah, bro, like oh my goodness, I loved the city of New York in this movie, bro. It was beautiful. The city was fucking beautiful.
It was. And they made a point to show the city, right? They made a point to show you everything that's in there. And like even as like they're flying through the city, as we're traveling through the city,
yeah,
they show you the buildings, they show you the stores, which again are more references and love letters to Kirby and Stan Lee. I mean, there was a store called Stanley's in there, right?
Yeah,
they had two comic book writers. They had two comic book writers in the film that was writing comics, right? At Timely Comics.
Yeah, truth.
Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. Like, I mean, it can't get much more flower giving than that, right?
Facts. I mean, they even had like the Excelsior pad and all this stuff, like legit everything, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like literally every chance they got, they showed love and appreciation to the creators of the characters that were watching on screen. And I really love that. I really appreciate it. Because again, it shows.
I agree.
As things change, like it came from somewhere, right? And like you said, paying homage to where it came from. It's just what you do in these kind of things, man. Like we're moving forward, but let's not forget where we got it from.
Facts.
That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I was about to say that it was a beautiful thing. The things on the other side of the character dynamics, I wish we got to see more of, but I understand why we didn't. Is my really big one is Galactus and Silver Surfer. Okay, I said this even in the Discord. We are missing out in these Marvel movies on the villains. The villains have been the weakest part of these Marvel movies since Endgame. So that's why I can understand what people are saying in a way, because it has been the villains that have been the weakest. I mean, that's why a lot of people don't like Multiverse of Madness, because Scarlet Witch is the villain in that movie, and they don't feel like that's good because they feel like she was a good person in WandaVision. But there's a whole, people aren't seeing the stuff that's supposed to be there because they really love the character, so they don't see that at the end of that she had the Darkhold, and the Darkhold is going to literally twist anyone that reads it, and it did. So from there to there, this is what's happened. You know what I mean? So but with every movie, it's been the villain. Even Shang-Chi, right? His dad was supposed to be the villain, and then boom, you know what I mean? We get finessed, and then we it's like Marvel found out that we like the reluctant villain, and they kind of tried to go all in on the reluctant villain. And it was like, whoa.
They beat us to death with it. It's like, because you can go back to Black Panther and Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan again. Like, they made him relatable. They made Thanos relatable. Like, this man just literally destroyed half of the whole fucking universe, and everybody's kind of like, well, he had a point. And then they flip the story on Killmonger so much, and I understand people take, you take liberties with these characters, but the
Mm-hmm.
liberties they took with Killmonger changed his basic fundamental function.
Yeah.
And they made him with a legit claim to the throne. So, and they cast his parents out. And he's over in Oakland. This nigga's a whole Californian.
Yep.
It just ties to Wakanda. And then he pulls up on Wakanda like, hey, yo, I got a legit claim to it. And you're like, well, he's not wrong. Like, you take away the villainous aspect of the villain because they have a righteous and rightful claim to things. So it's like,
yeah,
we want the bad guy to be bad. You know what I mean?
We want the bad guy to be bad, for real.
You don't have to make him relatable to us as people, because like you would just say,
not all the time.
Just an asshole, and it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to have someone who fucking is just a terrible person.
Yeah,
it's real life.
Like
There's
Loki.
People in real life.
Like I mean, Loki. Before they saved Loki, bro was just a menace. Like bro was just a menace. He just wanted to watch the world burn. You feel me? That was his. That was his goal.
Yeah, he faked his dad. He was fake like he was his dad and everything. Like he was an ass. He was so bad.
Like there was no really understanding Loki like that. It was like, bruh.
Like, he has a point. Loki's not wrong. Like, no, fuck Loki, bro. It was fuck Loki.
Like, bro, he's tripping. Like, bro's trying to kill everybody.
He still got his shit again in Endgame. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like, and then that's how we ended up with the redemption arc eventually. But like, still, and then when he died, you was like, damn. Well, I was like, damn.
But that's how I felt here. I was like, it didn't. It was like, I want to feel threatened. And I don't feel threatened in the way I feel like we should feel threatened, But there was a lot of stakes in this movie, though. There was so high. They were like, the stakes were high. I saw the people around me locked in and were like gasping at moments, and like when he's coming for Franklin and all this, like people are like, oh my god, like even my wife is like, oh my goodness, the baby, like they I know they captured the audience with that, but. It's like, then you find out about Silver Surfer, and it's like, okay, she's reluctantly doing her job, and then everything she tells you about Galactus is like, oh, he's reluctantly doing his job of the universe. So it's like, okay, bro, I just want it to be like, yeah, he hungers, but even with that, become a little bit more. Here's my argument: if you're gonna make the hero reluctant, give them the story. Let us see that story earlier on in the narrative, right? Like, don't hold us out on that and then use it later on. It's like, oh yeah, this is the reason why. Like, no, let's get this out of the way. Like, that's one of my things that I liked about Thor: Love and Thunder, even though I don't like that movie as a whole. I thought it was really good at the beginning, having Gore the God Butcher's story fleshed out for us. Like, this is what he is, right? I think the Marvels would have benefited from that. That moment where we see Captain Marvel come into the palace and start just fucking shit up everywhere, and then we see Dar-Benn watching her, and then that's how we know that's her villain moment. If we start these movies with those moments instead, I think they become a little bit more. I think it just brings it all the way back around to be like, okay, this villain is reluctant from the start, not like use it later on.
Yeah, and to that point, they kind of just. Rushed by the conversation, right? Galactus kind of told him what it was. He's like, I used to be like you guys. I used to be like you, a little tiny human.
And, bro.
It happened, and here I am. You know what I mean? He kind of brushed past it in that story. And he kind of told like a little bit of his past to them, but like that was the end of it, right? He was like, now anyway, give me your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, and even going back. They did a really good job with that with Kang in that story, but He Who Remains, he like literally told his entire lineage, Loki and Sylvie, about how he became where he is now. It's like young scientists doing this, that, and the third, came upon this and moved to this and this. Here I am. He gave us his entire lineage right there in conversation, like the whole thing. We didn't have to see it, but he gave it to us in such detail that we can use it as a reference point.
Yes,
they didn't really do that much. You see. And I think what they'll do, just knowing what we got coming in the future with Silver Surfer and stuff, they'll probably come back around to it. But again, it's like, if you're going to do that, cool. like give us a little bit
Give us a
with it. You know
taste
what I
of
mean?
it, you
Give us
know?
a little bit. Kind of just brush past it. So I see what you're
Even
saying.
with
They
Silver
really did
Surfer,
bump that.
like, oh, bro, that
They
like
brush past
that
that one too,
moment with
right?
her on the planet, it's like, oh, that was so
Yeah,
rushed, you know? Like, I would have
yeah.
loved
They
to
brush
give,
past
I
it.
would have loved to have like even a whole little scene of seeing that, like, just like or something, you know? And it's just like they just make it go and then it's done. It's like,
Yeah,
ah,
they
bruh, no,
literally
wait,
like
I need something, I need something else, and
yeah. They did it so
that's
you couldn't completely say, well, we don't know what the fuck's going on. They kind of gave
yeah,
you well, here's kind of what to do. You know, they
yeah,
gave you just enough to
exactly.
say, well, we don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So now they're like, well, now you do. So here we go, continuing on.
And
So it's like, you know, and it's
I think
like, you
we've
know, we
even
talk
talked
about it all
about
the
that.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time about how these movies don't hold your hand anymore, which cool,
Yeah.
and I get that, and that's how these should be at this point because we've seen a lot of these narratives and these origin
Hell
stories
yeah.
1,000,003 times, right? People that ain't never read the comic before can tell you what happened, how Superman got to Earth. They can tell you
Yeah.
how Batman became Batman. They can tell you how
Truth.
Spider-Man became Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you how the Fantastic Four became Fantastic Four, and they ain't read a book in their life. So that's how many times we've seen this shit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in that regard, don't hold hands. Obviously, we've been there, right? But like there are moments that probably should be not to like an entire, degree where we spend like 15 minutes on the shit, but like
Yeah.
maybe a few minutes here and there, just kind of show what's going on, right? And I think they do a good job with that in some of the shows that we see where they kind of double back and they show you this is going on,
Exactly.
and then they come into present time and show you where we are with it now. But they could have
Yes.
done something like that in that regard. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's very, I think it's a very small thing as well. I think we can all agree that the runtimes for these movies is the thing that's hurting them the most. Like that is the thing that's really hurting more than anything. Is these runtimes are ridiculous. They're like they like these movies should not be under 2 hours. I think that's a safe thing to say.
Yes,
No comic book
yes, that's
movie
killing me.
film ever should be
That's
under
killing
two
me.
hours, bro, because it is
It's a mandate.
absolutely it's killing these movies in the end, bro, because all of
Yeah,
that
it
time
is because
can
they
be
gotta rush.
used for exactly, bro. We can flesh a lot of
They're
these
rushed.
small things
There's
out.
only so much you can do. There's only so
Yeah,
much you can do in 2 hours. And these
truth.
last, I think, like the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 movies we've gotten have all been under the 2 hour mark. Like this one's like an hour and 55, right?
Yeah,
Like
yep, it
literally
is. Yeah,
under two
literally.
hours. And it's like
And then you got to
you
think
can
that
do
there's
that.
a big chunk of that is credits, my boy. So we still at like an
Yeah,
hour and
no,
40. We're actually getting an hour 40-minute movie. Like what the hell?
just like I don't understand that mandate. Like if you can tell a good coherent story and it takes you 2:15, then take that 2:15.
True, true.
Take that 2:15. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
when you
hey,
watch it
it's
and
not
it's
a problem
obvious,
for any of the Avatar movies.
man, like what are we going?
The movies are 3 hours long. The movies are 3 hours long, bro, and they still make bank. So knowing that,
Mm-hmm.
just take the time. Just take that time. Take them extra 15, 20 minutes, man. It's
True.
okay. Because we even see, like, if we can even go back again to like Batman versus Superman, those
Yeah,
extra 30 minutes that they put into the Ultimate Edition, it changes things.
true. It really
It's,
does.
it's why did y'all put this in here in the theatrical version? Maybe we may got a different reaction. You know what I mean? And so it's
Very
just like
true.
those little things is cutting time out, which cuts out because 20 minutes of footage is a lot of footage
It
to
is,
cut out.
especially when you think about scenes aren't that long ever. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. So that's a lot of shit that you cutting out in 20, 30 minutes. And it's like
yeah,
that could really boost the story in a way that you just don't know. But yeah, I think this 2 hour mandate that they have for whatever reason is really hurting them. And like you said at the end, because now, and especially with a film like this one, which was so front loaded with information,
mm-hmm.
with and that can be a detriment as well. But like even though it was intentional because it paid off in the end,
Yeah,
but like front loading a film with a lot of information, like a lot of story, that can hurt too because it kind of gives off kind of slow, right? It can come off
mm,
slow, and you may lose people in that. Now
yeah,
something Superman did too. The Superman film as well. It had a lot. They threw a lot at you to start,
yeah,
and it's like what really pulled all of that together was Clark and Lois. And if you didn't jive with them, then you probably were not
yeah.
into
You
the
were
film
out
at
of it
all until we
completely.
got
Yeah,
to
because
the third act. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so it's like those slow starts to these films, like they have to structure it in a way to where it kind of keeps you, and that kind of hurts these films. And then they got to rush at the end because they spend so much time at the beginning just hitting us with a ton of fucking information. We got a shit ton of information about the F4 to start this film.
True.
It was a lot. They gave us the villains that were fighting. They
did the thing that I love, bro, that I asked to come back, and that's using the news, bro. Like those news segments and all of that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, bro, the news is so important, bro. Like
that was cool, and that was cool how they did that, though. That was cool how they did that. It was like, I mean, we're basically watching them watch TV.
Yeah.
Yes. We're watching these guys on the ABC network now because
exactly. They got hella meta with everything too in this movie, which is crazy.
Press conferences and shit. So like that, the use of the news media in media is for. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And it made me almost be like, damn, why don't we ever see the Avengers doing this shit? Because like, bro, a building falls and shit, bro. Somebody got to answer for that. Like, bro, you know, I think little things like that take it a long way, especially with grounding the audience and understanding what type of universe we're really in, right? I think, of course, the Avengers, they get to that point where it's so big that now they're just talking to generals, straightforward. They're just talking to the generals of all the things, whatever. But it was cool to see them like having to give a press conference and being like, all right, bro, so how did you defeat Galactus? Because they're just always used to winning. And they're like, well, actually, we didn't. How did you feel about the whole sentiment, again, having a complete paradigm shift on the superheroes? We just saw it in Superman, you know, and now we saw it again here with everybody immediately turning on the Fantastic Four. Like, you know, but without the social media there, it was just the media. No social media and Fantastic Four being a part of it. It was just the news media. So,
the news,
you know,
and that's crazy how these films parallel in that regard, right? Mm-hmm. That's wild. And it's like, again, a super quick turn. It was like, well, come on, y'all. Like, would y'all give up y'all baby for the thing? And then everybody mad at him. Like, they're pissed off. Well, give up your kid. You're so selfish. I'm like, dog, they just had the baby. What are you talking about? What do you mean he's selfish? It's too high a price, dog. I'm not giving up my baby. Y'all can kiss my black ass. I'm not giving up my son for y'all niggas.
Dead ass.
We just all gonna die, right? And so, like, I thought that was like, oh, come on, man. Why y'all do that? Because Superman did too. It was like, oh, we're just gonna believe this jumbotron that has shit translated for us. Though none of us speak Kryptonian. We're just gonna take it at face value. Now we hate Superman. Like, come on, it's like, oh, what you mean you didn't give your baby up? How could you not? What's wrong with you?
How could you not give up the baby that you just had?
How could you not? Oh my goodness! Like, why would you do that? Why would you not do that? What kind of person are you? Like, what the fuck, man? So, like, I can't count it against Superman and not count it against Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? I gotta mark them off for that.
I like to see how idiotic people can be in the face of fear. I think it's a really good sentiment to show, because I kind of wish we got to see something like that with the Hulk in the MCU. I wish we got to see like people complaining about the Hulk and being like, bro, because, you know, once we get to that moment in Avengers Age of Ultron or whatever, and he's like, if I was missing 2-ton nukes, you know, it would be an issue or whatever. It's like, damn, I wish we actually got to hear people complain about these things, like, yo, the Hulk is a menace, like, get him out of here, like, or anything like that. We really don't see that side of the MCU, really. We only kind of hear about it from you know, we don't see the people.
You don't get the people. You really didn't see the people until, what was that, Civil War, when Wanda accidentally killed motherfuckers?
Exactly.
So that's the only time you saw it, right? Like, and it felt like there was, because, and that's another thing with these films that were lacking. They've gotten better over time, but like up to that point, like you said, stakes. The stakes never felt like they were high. Like, nobody's really truly in danger, right? Nobody really died, right? It was like, and if someone died, you was like, well, you know. And so, but I feel like Civil War was a turning point of that for the MCU, because it was always like you never saw the people really at risk. Like, even the first Avengers movie, when the entire city of New York was under attack by fucking aliens, like, it really wasn't. It didn't feel like it was out of control. Right, they just pretty much safe inside of a fucking bolted building with a chair. You know, just put the chair in front of the door, the aliens can't get in. And for the most part, they were safe, right? It was like, I think it was like 1 or 2 scenes where they weren't, and they got saved. So, you know, the stakes has been an issue for a while, and I think, like you said here, like with them using the people to kind of show how serious the shit is. I gotta give them credit for that, because like even with
and
Superman,
they did that with Super. They did that shit with Superman too.
In front of the whole city. The whole city.
Like, bro, especially when he was fighting the hammer of MRVL or whatever, right in front of the window, and then he's like, you know, all that, like, bro, all of that shit was awesome. Or he stops the giant kaiju from falling in, and then he turns around, he's like, yo, are you guys good? And they're like, yeah, we're good. He's like, all right, and then you see that, hey, buddy, up here, you know, we get all that other stuff going on, because it's like, you know, seeing the actual ground level of what they're trying to save matters, right? Like, that matters a lot.
It does, and to that point, and Marvel was trying to make an effort. They had a show that kind of it never made it to TV, but they had a show where they're basically going to show like the people's version of what happens in these attacks, right? And the agencies that got to clean shit up.
Yeah,
it didn't make it, obviously, but yeah, there was going to be a show that kind of focused on the agencies that deal with the fallout of these battles and all of that shit, and you know, they would get like calls from the people out there. They have to, you know, it's like a hotline you call, like, hey, yo, fucking monsters attacking, we need help out here. You know, shit's getting destroyed. And so they were going to kind of push that. But like, nobody really wants to see that for real like that. They never made it. But them acknowledging that they need to do something like that proves the point we're making here. Like, the people of the universe outside of the heroes matter, because they live here. That's something like you understood, like just watching the animated shows. You watch like Batman and Superman and shit, like Gotham and Metropolis. Like, the city itself is a character, right?
Yes.
The city that they live in is a character.
Oh yeah, you spitting.
A lot of these films kind of don't do that.
Yeah, they ignore the city.
You got it. They ignore the city, and so you got that with the Superman film, and you got that here. With Fantastic Four. With Ben was literally just walking the streets. You feel me?
Just walking the streets, going to the grogrocery store, bro. Like, that was hard, bro. That was hard, bro.
Right? And then, what's the Rachel Rosman character?
Putting his cookies down and picking up a shit for the kids. Yo, like, come on, son. Like,
in this area. He's like, yeah, I grew up right over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the city is a character, and they highlighted that, and that they didn't miss it this like, they made the city, the setting is also a character in this film, as it should be.
Yeah. Ooh, you spitting, bro. Yeah, that was for real. I think Gotham attempted to do that. Not Gotham. The Batman and then the Penguin, obviously. You know, we got to see the city be its own character in both of those rights. So I'm hoping that we get to that point where we actually we are really gonna get to see these cities be part of like really living, breathing. I think that's actually something that we got to see in Daredevil Born Again also, right? Like, they showed us the city. Like, we got to see the people's point of view of all of these things that are going on with Muse and Kingpin, and it just worked, bro. It worked really well. Those things work, and I think we need more of it in our superhero media.
Agree.
All right, let's jump into chat a little bit more. Let's see what y'all yapping about in the chat. I love how all of the Fantastic Four fought smart. Even Galactus wasn't stupid, and Johnny is a lot more intelligent than people believe. Hey, what's up with it, Matthew? How you doing, G? And welcome into the chat. I definitely agree.
Good shit.
You make a really good point. There, everyone was thinking on all-time highs, like with everything that they did. Like, when Galactus was holding on to the building and the thing started taking out the pillars, so the building fell. Like, bro, it was no communication was needed, because they on point, bro. They just do it.
Listen,
they in the field.
Even before that, even right before that scene, when they tried to trick Galactus, and he was getting ready to step into the triangle, and he stopped. He was like, "Huh? Y'all was at me. Y'all almost had me."
Facts.
Where the baby at, though? Where the baby at, though, for real? I'm playing games. Where the baby at?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, he really finna walk into this shit. He's a scrap. Good one. Good one.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm fine
He
with it.
held it a little bit too long for me. That's
He
what
did. He did.
I
He did.
don't
I
know if
agree.
you
I agree.
I don't know if you remember I said this in Superman. I said there wasn't like the humor that they had, it was held for too long. So it
Too
made
long. Yeah.
I felt the
Yeah.
same way with this, bro. All the humor
Yeah.
that they had, it
Okay.
went on just a little bit too long. And I was
Yeah. Yeah.
like he was standing there for almost like 3 seconds, just and I was
Yeah.
like,
He was.
oh hey. I was like,
All right, bro. So you're not stepping in it. We got it. We got it. So you're not finna step. Okay.
and what the hell was up with him picking up the tree and smelling it when he first landed on Earth? I was like, what?
Hey,
I
that
was
man
like,
pulled up. Listen, I thought that whole thing was funny. I thought
I thought it was funny
that whole
too,
thing
but
was
I was like, what is my
so
guy
hilarious,
on, bro?
bro. Like you see his shadow over the city. I'm like, oh shit. The nigga pulled up in a recliner, bro. I was like,
I was like, bro, what's happening?
I know he has a chair. Like he has shit that he ride around in. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that. Okay.
But
I
gee,
get it.
come on.
He has like one of these things he rolled around in for real.
And then
But
he
like the
looked
way
at the
that man
Statue of
pulled up,
Liberty for like 10 seconds. Like, bro,
man, he
I
looked at that shit
didn't
like he was appalled
understand.
or something.
I didn't
Like, what did the
understand, bro.
statue do to you? What the statue do to you? What the Lady Liberty do to you, bro? Like, what she do to you? He was mad. He looked at that shit
Hey,
like, fuck you looking
as long as you saw what I saw, because bro was set tripping on the statue.
at?
He
He
was
was.
like,
I was
man,
like,
what?
what
The,
the
I was
statue
like,
do?
what the? I was like, what's going
Oh,
on?
man,
Bro?
why you look at it like that? What the fuck did he do
Yeah,
that?
that shit was crazy, bro. I was
That was
like,
wild.
bro,
That whole scene was funny as shit to me. It was
it
cool. Like, I
was.
didn't have a problem. The visuals were great. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying?
were. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like the way that man pulled up in the fucking recliner, I was like, oh, this nigga floated his chair, bro.
Bro, he was on
I thought
full
he was
shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that, bro. Galactus did nothing but aura farm in the entire movie.
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time he did
yeah.
something, he was farming aura, bro. Like he landed in the chair and just sat there. He stood up and just stared at the fucking
Um,
statue. He walked on the land,
uh,
pulled up a fucking flower and smelled it, and then just marched through the city. I was like, bro, what the?
it was so everything he did was delicate until he got to the city. Then it was
Bro,
just
I
complete
couldn't. I was
destruction.
rolling, bro. I was rolling,
Like, damn,
literally. I was
what
like,
that
bro,
was.
Big G is on some bullshit today,
Hey,
bro.
I was like, G Money was wilding, bro.
This
This
is
nigga just smelled the dirt,
he just smelled the flowers, bro. He just picked a
smelled the
dandelion,
dirt,
smelled that shit and
picked
threw
it
it.
up. It was like, yeah, that's nice.
Oh,
Then just started running
ooh.
through the fucking city,
Hey,
destroying shit. I was like,
Danielle
oh, bro,
said Galactus was smelling how good his next meal was going to be. Okay,
that's facts,
okay.
bro. That's facts, bro.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
facts, bro.
You
It
ate
was
with
cool.
that.
Okay, all
Bro
right.
was on full, bro. Bro was on that bullshit, bro.
That shit
And then
was funny
especially the
though,
way
bro.
he just stopped in front of the line. Like you can't tell me he
Yeah,
didn't know the whole time, bro. You
yeah.
can't tell me he
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
playing
Like,
with him,
there's
bro.
no way
Like,
he playing games with them now. I was like, he just stopped. Just held it there for like 5 whole seconds. Like, and like even in the theater, I was like, okay.
bro, that's what I did. I was like, I literally looked around like, what? Like,
Oh,
bro, he was on that
so he's not gonna
bullshit,
step.
bro.
He's not gonna step, is he? Okay.
Yeah, like, bro,
Then he took the step back.
that shit was,
Kansas
yeah,
City.
bro. That
Okay.
was that was awesome though. He
He
was
looked
just
great
aura
though.
farming the whole time. Bro.
He looked great, and Ralph Ensign was perfect. It looked
Hell
it just
yeah,
looked great. I like when
his
they first
voice
pulled up
was
on him.
awesome, bro. Oh
Oh,
my goodness,
the
bro.
booming voice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like when they first pulled up on the ship and eyes light up, and you see how big he is,
Yes.
but he's sitting down. He's talking to them, but he's just sitting. He's that much bigger than them. Like what people don't understand here, Galactus can change his size at will. And
Yeah.
so he's just sitting there looking at them, and then he gets up, and then shit changes. Shit goes left as soon as he stands up.
Yeah.
And so, but like that was cool. I like the sizing aspect that they gave him. They made him look menacing. Like we knew
And
when
I
we saw
like
that first trailer
yes.
when he looked in
Yes.
the building, he was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit,
Yep.
oh shit."
And
There
I
might
really
be
liked
something.
how they gave him like even though we didn't get to see his backstory at all, I like that he made the point to say, I remember when I was small like you. that shit, bro, aura farming, bro. All he was doing was aura farming, bro. It was insane. I was like, oh shit.
It was
like,
still kind of disrespectful how he said it. It was still
hella disrespectful, bro.
It was like, I remember when I was like you, small, billions of years. Like, okay, bro, we get it.
Bro, we get it. You that guy, bro. Chill out.
You are literally and figuratively talking down on me. Like, chill out.
One thing that I will say, though, is I loved everything about Galactus, but I was like a little bit disappointed because in my opinion, the Celestials and Internals were perfection. And that is what I wanted in a way. And I feel like we didn't get that all the way, if you know what I'm saying. Like, and that was my only thing. And I was like, because he looked hella good, but he was way more mechanical with everything, right? Wow. And then the Celestials are very smooth with their get up and the way they look. And that's kind of what I was leaning more towards to that. But they still captured it really well. They captured everything really well, but I just was like, damn. I was like, damn. Like when I realized that they weren't going the Celestial route with it, I was just like, damn, they not doing that. But it's okay. Yeah. And he was very similar to the Celestials and how he, stopped the Silver Surfer right there, picked her up off the board and had her just in suspended. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the same thing that our guy did when he pulled up, what Arishem, the judge, did when he pulled up and just yanked everybody off of Earth. You feel me? Like they was on that same bullshit, but Arishem was a lot more like threatening, you know what I mean? That we got to see. It was more menacing. It felt like, like I said, it felt like menacing. Like there you go. Yeah, it felt like a problem. So, I feel that. Yeah, for sure. But I wish they would have showed off Galactus' power a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you just described, like he was like, oh shit. Like that one caught me slipping a little bit, right?
Yeah,
and we are in knowledge of Galactus, right?
Yep.
That scene. You ain't got no chance against this nigga.
Bro.
That kind of shit. So I wish they would have gave us a little bit more of that, right? But like, I mean, I understand what they did with it, but like that scene, it kind of gave you just a snippet of like how powerful this dude is. He was still sitting down doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yes,
like, bro, this brother, my man is just in conversation, snatching people up off their shit. Like, hey, you gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do.
Hey, same thing with Silver Surfer. I feel like we didn't get to see, like, imagine being able to see her get out of that black hole that she was trapped in. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those little scenes like that, I feel like we missed out on them. You know, it's like, damn, like. Yeah. Why couldn't, like, it was dope to see I can't lie, seeing the planet be destroyed from the Fantastic Four's point of view. Like, they pull up and they see what they're about to get into, and then they just gotta fly through the den, like, oh.
Yeah, that
shit was hard, bro. That shit was hard. Yeah, it's just, bro.
Those shit moments like that, yeah, those what you live for in films that are supposed to be epic in nature, like this one. You need those kind of moments. You need those old shit moments.
Yeah.
And then pulling up, finally finding where Galactus was. You're like, yeah, they're gonna pull up on my boy. And then all of a sudden, bye planet. You're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have pulled up on my boy.
And then that's the first thing that Silver Surfer says is, you should not have come here. Yeah, yo, I don't know what. Follow me. Follow me. The boss will see you now. You feel me? Bruh.
Gonna come this way.
That shit was awesome. And then, I can't lie, I love how about that action everybody was. There was not a lot of talking once they realized that Galactus was on that bullshit. Once he made Sue go into pregnancy, bruh, and Johnny immediately, flame on that ass, immediately. Like,
that was
shit.
Nuts.
Bruh, I was not prepared, brother. Like,
that man put Sue in labor, dog. That was crazy.
Immediately, bro.
This dude wasn't.
I was like, I literally was like, I didn't know this nigga could do that. I
was like, this dude is out of control, bro. Like this baby coming, bro. This is my baby now. I just told y'all what was up. This is my baby now.
Bro, it's set.
Baby right there. And then sent Surfer to get the baby from her.
Bruh.
He reached in Sue's stomach, bro. I like these.
Bro. I was like, yo, they're on demon time right now, bro.
Oh, these
And
motherfuckers.
and
Wow,
shout out
bro.
to Sue being strong as shit as well. Like we've never seen,
Insane.
like we never get to see Sue at this level in these live action nothing, bro. Like she
Right.
was
Right.
on full
Right.
blown demon time, immediately able to make the whole ship disappear. As soon as she did that, I was like, oh, we in for it. I was like, oh,
Yep.
we in for it,
Good.
bro. She's on a whole nother level, brother. Because whenever she can make a whole something disappear, you know she about to be
Yep.
turning up in the rest of that, whatever it is.
And that showed you like how powerful she is too. I don't think the other films really captured the strength behind it.
Oh, true,
Like yes,
true.
you can turn these things invisible, she can hold things in space and in place, but I don't think they really did a good job of capturing how powerful he truly is. And you see it with her making the ship disappear. It's like, damn,
Yep.
that's a pretty large structure to make disappear.
While they're yes,
She
bro.
caught a
Like,
building. She caught a building from hitting people in the beginning.
yup.
That's pretty tough too. And then she held Galactus at bay on her own. He was
Bruh.
going 1v1 with Galactus for a good minute while all the other dudes was knocked the fuck out.
Yep.
They tried to jump Galactus and lost. It was like, I bet. Play games. Get my son back, y'all. I told you, quit playing with me. And she literally, she basically took round one on Galactus for herself.
Yeah, legit.
Came back for round two, but she took that round. She took that
Yeah.
round on them.
Yeah.
And so I think they did a really good job of showing you really how strong Sue is. I mean, so strong she fucking died.
Yeah. Bruh.
Died, exerting all of her power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, that's
So,
true,
yeah,
Eugene. She was giving birth while she made that shit disappear. Yeah.
Yep.
But you bring up a really good point. Okay, let's get into chat, and then I want to talk about what you just said because I want to talk about because the one thing right there is a big gripe that I have with this movie. I'm not gonna lie, but we gonna get into chat first. We'll get into chat, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go up a little bit and see what's popping. If I was Kevin, if I really wanted to do a reboot after Secret Wars, I would do X-Men first. That's why the X-Men. I mean, the Mutant Saga is next, my boy. So you right. That's exactly what's going on.
That's happening.
It was great seeing those four again. It had been too long. Oh yeah, I agree. This really was the King's movie. I'm not sure what that means.
Kirby. There was an Easter egg. That's just Jack Kirby's nickname, King.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Actually, there was another Easter egg. There was another store called King's in the movie too.
Yeah. They had a Stanley's. They had a King's. Yeah, bro. That's dope. That's dope.
I'm telling you, dog. Like this movie was just top to bottom,
bro. See, that is even that. Like, where was the Kirby crackle for my boy? You know what I mean? Like I think we should have saw that with Galactus. Like I 100% thought the power caused. Like, bro, I thought we were going all out with this for real. I really did. I really did, bro. I thought we were gonna see Silver Surfer becoming Silver Surfer at some point. Like, bro,
that would have been crazy.
Like, bro, the Kirby. Just imagine Galactus doing some shit and the Kirby crackle just coming from his hands, bro. I need to see that in live action. They'll probably save it for Secret Wars though. Or Doom. They might save it for Doom to do some crazy shit with it, bro. I can see that actually. Yeah, I can really see that, bro. I said in my review that First Steps is both nostalgic and hopeful. There's a lot of idealized past that's great, but there is also hope for the future in it. Oh yeah. And that retro futurism makes sense in the Fantastic Four. We're the sole heroes of one world. Yep, I agree. Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
You on point, man. You on point.
A lot of the time in the beginning, the villains have been so weak, they were killed off. Marvel is trying to get better at this. That's true. Yep. But I mean, I think all of the villains that we've had have also been killed off, though. Like, damn near all of them have been killed off. So, you know?
Again, like, back to that conversation, like, that's been the weak point for them. They one and done the villains, they kill them all. Like, they killed Killmonger and Claw in the same damn movie.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Two of Black Panther's biggest 1 and 2 villains.
Yeah.
Villain A and Villain 1A, and killed them off in the same movie.
It's like, bro, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Oh yeah, that's a
Now
good
y'all
point.
just gonna have to create another character that's exactly like this one in the future.
Yeah,
Like,
find some other shit.
this is why we
Bring a
have the
name in.
raft. You know what I mean? Like, just throw them in there,
In there. Stop killing them all. Damn.
bro. Facts though. The villain was originally going to be Nightmare for the Multiverse of Madness. Then
Yep.
COVID happened and
Yep.
Scott left the project. Yeah, that
Scott left. Yep.
nothing we can do about that, man. You know that I'm telling
Yep.
you, COVID hurt a lot of stuff. So
They still got plans for Nightmare as well, but like Nightmare was supposed to be the guy, and like you said, it happens. Got everybody control, and then that direction wanted to go in a different direction than what they wanted, and so he left due to creative decisions.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's how that shit goes, man. It just is what it is.
Eugene says, "Do y'all think Galactus kills Shala Ball for her betrayal? Maybe that's how we get Norrin Rad."
He can try, but that's a good point though, because they end that so open endedly. There's no way to know. But also, again, knowing that we got a Silver Surfer special coming about Norman Rad,
Yep.
there has to be some transition over, right? So knowing that the wormhole sent these motherfuckers to a whole another dimension somewhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, we gotta find we gotta get to Norman Rad. So it would be cool if they show us what happened within that.
Yeah.
But with how they've been doing things, we may not get that. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
we'll see.
I mean, I think there's a lot of setup. I think I'm not gonna lie. The Fantastic Four first steps set up a new universe more than any other movie ever has. Like this movie literally set up having a new like Ultimates universe. Legit. Like they did the groundworks for this movie. Like it's insane. Especially when you really listen to the shit that Galactus is saying. Like when you really listen to what bro is saying the whole time, he's literally saying it's basically inevitable that there's about to be another universe and my time is coming to an end. Like that's literally what he's saying, yo. My time is coming to an end because this universe is coming to an end and this new universe is going to have another me and that's this nigga right here and I want that energy that he has because you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they are setting up everything they need to for the Ultimate Universe after Secret Wars. That's crazy.
You put that together with everything Reed was talking about. Because even Reed was saying there's multiple dimensions of Earth. Just explaining it to us in class. In class. And we told y'all that Thor: The Dark World is a huge reference point.
Mm-hmm.
And in the same way that Dr. Selvig explained the realms, Reed here is explaining the multiverse. Literally parallel, side by side. If you put those, I promise, if you take a screenshot of Dr. Selvig and a screenshot of Reed, and put them shit together, it's going to be the exact same shit.
For real.
It'll be the exact same shit. And we told y'all, I may not like Thor: The Dark World is not the best movie, but it's literally one of the most informative movies of the MCU at that time.
Facts.
Like, they introduced a lot of shit. They gave us Infinity Stone. They gave us the multiverse. They really did that. Like that movie was so chock full of information for the future that we didn't know we needed. Mm-hmm. And now you can go back to it and look at it and be like, damn, they set all of this up off of this one film. And they're doing it again with Reed and Galactus. So in the same way that Thor gave us this multiverse saga, which is going to eventually lead us to this new universe, Reed and Galactus are doing the same thing and pushing it further. So like you said, this has set up a new universe more than we've ever seen.
Anything, bro. Like, it's crazy how much I was just like, bro, Galactus is literally, it was like literally both of them were giving us the framework of a new universe, bro. Essentially, Reed gave us the scientific side, and then Galactus gave us the cosmic side of it. And they were just like, and it was like, okay, put these two in the middle and see how it works, bro. Like legit, I couldn't believe it. I was legit astounded. I was astounded. I could not believe it. All right, let's see. It felt like First Steps had stakes, like the happy ending was not guaranteed, especially with what we know of the multiverse. Okay, Okay, this is a good transition into what I want to talk about as well.
Here we go. Segue.
I would look when it comes to storytelling of any kind. I despise fake out deaths. Truthfully, I despise them more than anything else that you could possibly do in a movie. Right? I really don't like it. Okay, so for us to not get one but two, right? Like for them to set it up that Johnny's about to like sacrifice himself, and then the last minute, obviously, he does it. And then also Sue to not die. I was like, oh, shit, son. I was like, hell no. Nah. And then one thing that I was like, really like, what the hell was when Reed put his infant baby child on his dead mother. I'm like, bro, this is not. I'm not, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not putting my baby on my dead wife. That's not something I'm gonna do. I don't know about y'all out there, but me, I'm not doing that, bro. Like that shit was crazy, son. That shit was crazy, son. I was like, yo. As the movie, I was like, oh, yo.
The crazy part was Franklin was reaching for her too, right? He was
yeah. I like that. I like that. At that point,
it was like I was like, you get it at that point. And
then, facts.
Like you get in that moment, you kind of knew what was going to happen, and that kind of takes away a little bit because it's kind of, you know, when they talked about how powerful Franklin was, when Galactus told you that he has the power to change the fucking universe.
Yep.
He started reaching for his dead mama. You're like, all right, he's gonna bring her back to life. So, okay.
Yep.
Cool. But it's also a cool display on how powerful Franklin is.
Which I understand.
Flesh, right? It wasn't just lip service that Galactus was giving. And it kind of all comes full circle because the entire time Reed was trying to figure out if indeed Franklin was an anomaly. And then they were both Earther and Galactus was like, oh, he's just hiding it from you. And it's like, how?
How the baby doing that?
What do you mean? Like then you know, it goes into them kind of setting up that moment, right? So like I get it, and it's all for the setup and for the payoff. Like they do that shit. Yeah, that's kind of what they did with the movie. Period. Especially at the very beginning, they give you a lot of shit that in the moment you're like, all right, that sounds cool, I guess. Then at the end, later on, but they did a good job of paying off the things that they were.
I agree.
Setting up via conversation, right? A lot of times, shit like that gets left unanswered, and you're like, well, I guess they'll answer the next movie, and then it never gets answered. It becomes a running plot hole, which I have a lot of those too now. In this film, they do a pretty good job of kind of wrapping up those loose ends for the most part, and so like you kind of see all of those things play out. Because they kept telling you he's powerful. Oh, he's different than what you think he is. Oh, he's just hiding it from you. And then Reed was like, look, show me what you are in your time. I'm going to quit trying to find it.
Yeah.
But
when you're ready, I'm here.
Yeah. So he finally accepted, like, whatever the fuck. But he kind of was still reluctant to believe it.
I love those moments, too. I love those moments of the baby, like obviously communicating in his own way, but not saying anything. After the movie, I heard a couple of people saying, I expected him to talk. Like, everybody was kind of waiting for Franklin to just start talking because he looked so intelligent as a baby, like, just on top of shit. And I was like, nah, I agree. Like, bro, I would not have been surprised if bro would have just started talking because he did look, he definitely was like, staring Reed in the face while he was talking. Like, bro, if you've seen a baby, you know babies don't do that shit that baby was doing.
They don't do that. But again, and back to the earlier point we were making about how they were true to the characters.
Yeah,
it was. You could tell there was a problem, like you said, like the internal debate. Right, Reed is a man of science. His logic. He can prove it. He can prove it. There's an explanation for everything. But this.
Yeah.
And so Reed had to kind of give up in trying to prove to himself or to anyone that Franklin is different or he isn't.
Yeah.
And then in that moment, he finally lets Franklin do what Franklin needs to do. You see it. Then he realizes, oh, shit,
Mm-hmm.
they were right. Sue wakes up from death and is like, holy shit, our son's lit. He is way more.
Yeah.
He's way more than what the fuck we thought. And they were
Yeah.
like, yeah. I just told you he was the most powerful motherfucker in the universe.
And that
He
boy
wasn't lying.
meant it.
He wasn't lying. So it's crazy to say
Oh
he has the
Lord.
hunger in him. It said he has the hunger in him, which another
Oh yeah.
great nod because Glenn has become Galactus in the comic.
And that's what I'm saying is like that's what's setting up the new universe. Is he's literally saying he's saying he can see like it's primed and ready to go that his time, Galactus's time as being the devourer of worlds is coming to an end because he can tell that this hunger is now being passed along to someone else. Like, bruh, that is absolutely fire, buddy. Like that is absolutely fire, buddy. Like they are cooking. Like they're cooking, son. They're cooking. They're cooking.
So like in the way we talked about how Superman did the world building through conversation and setting up. O2 did Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like, these films are so similar.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. It's
alike.
literally heads and tails. So that's why I can understand people who loved Superman don't like this, or people who loved this don't like that. Because it is literally two sides of the same coin. Like,
same coin.
Soy, bro. Like, it's
there's some things that I felt Superman did way better here. And
yes!
That I felt like Fantastic Four did better here.
Yeah!
But it's like, it's the same thing.
They literally did the same thing.
These guys did it better than these guys.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. We literally have that dynamic between two totally different fucking films, two totally different types of films, two totally different types of characters.
Truthfully,
and
bro.
They're more alike than ever.
Yes.
There's no way on planet Earth you put up a Superman against a Fantastic Four and say it's going to be exactly the same, guys. There's no way.
But no way.
We got that, right? We got that, and that's crazy thing.
I agree. I didn't even look at it from that perspective, like you're saying, but you're so right, bro. It's insane how, because like obviously we've talked about the similarities between them, but when you go down to it, it's like every single thing like that was going on in these movies was so similar. Like we maybe get a difference when it comes to like the villains and how that shit works, like the dynamic between the hero and the villain. But at the end of the day, it's like there's no differences between these things. Like, and even when you look at our characters, you can just kind of switch things around in little ways and you see it. I mean, even Reed and Sue and Clark and Lois, like when you even look at them as their relationships and the dynamic of how they work with each other, it's so similar, bro. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
It's crazy, man.
And I love it. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it, yo. And
okay,
another thing that was one of the things that was a little bit of an issue for me in this movie was the CGI. I will say that the baby, there was times when that baby was looking horrendous.
Right when the baby was born, man, you saw the hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, come on, guys.
What are we doing, G?
Come on, guys. That's a terrible hand. Come on, guys.
Yeah. And then the thing, there was like, I think the thing probably did take the most heat with the CGI in scenes, like just sometimes he either looked fantastic or he did not look good. You know what I mean? It was like there really wasn't no middle ground. Like when they were like in, I can't remember where they are, but they're like inside of a building and they're like all just talking, and then you just see Ben. It like just gives you Ben in a so like he's back, and he's just like there's just multiple times where he just does not look good, and like that was that. Of course, the baby, bro, the baby was looking crazy, and then to give the baby so much as well, I think that took a hit. You know what I mean? Because now you're forced to put these rock textures with this baby texture, and you're doing all these other things. It clashed. To say the least.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. That's a good word for it. It's a little clashing.
Yeah. And I think the movie, though, overall is breathtakingly beautiful, right? It's just that there are just those moments that are like, damn, Reed,
Yeah.
fucking amazing. His stretching was amazing. I wish we got to see
I
more
love
of
how they
it.
show their power.
Casually.
I do too. I wish we got a little bit more Reed in action.
That was
I want to see a
yeah.
little more Reed in
Oh,
action.
in the
Because at
OG
the beginning, when they
F4s,
show him,
he's just
he's like
casually
climbing up the
stretching.
tower.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he's like
Yes.
climbing up the tower, fighting
Yeah.
Red Ghost. Like that shit was so cool. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, oh
Reed
shit,
didn't
Reed
lose.
is doing that shit. Yep.
Reed
But
didn't lose.
and they did do, the little things of him like stretching, or if he's writing on the chalkboard, his arms just keeps moving or something
Going.
like that.
Yeah,
I like
so
those little
cool.
things
Yeah,
like that. But I feel like
yeah,
in the original movies, like his stretching was he just stretched all the time, and it was mad cartoony. Like, you know what I mean? Like he would get flat on a surface at times in the original one, and then like puff back out or something. Wrap his full body around something and then try to hold it. Like he was mad cartoony in that way with his stretching powers. But I appreciated this being a little bit more realistic.
So when I agree. So when Reed was fighting Galactus, and and Galactus decided that we were just gonna
oh yeah,
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Did you not have flashbacks of
John Krasinski? I was like, oh shit, this is the only way this nigga can die.
I got PTSD, bro. It's a wrap for me.
Hey, I guess there's 3 fake out deaths in that aspect, if you put it that way, because they definitely have my boy's clothes ripping. Like I was like, oh. I was like, that material ain't supposed to stretch like that. I guess.
I got nervous, bro. I got nervous for a second. I know we've been on a wave that Reed ain't gonna make it out.
Yes.
Of the universe, but I didn't. I was like, wait,
not like this. Not like this.
No.
I was like, we already saw 1 spaghetti, not 2. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't need 2 fruit roll-ups, bro. Like, let's chill out, man. Let's chill out.
Yo,
let's chill out, bro.
Straight flashbacks. Yo, what's up with Marisu? Welcome in. Hey, we are full spoilers on Fantastic Four, Marisu. Yeah. So if you ain't seen the movie, you gotta skedaddle.
I would recommend it. I would recommend skedaddle.
I also guess I am remembering Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, bro, you are for sure, bro. Like, yo, Matthew, you're on my wavelength. For a minute, for a few thoughts, I thought they would go with the Annihilus route with Johnny. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they teased us. Bro. I was like, he's going through that portal, and on the other side of it is Annihilus. Let's go. Like, I thought of it immediately, and then the Silver Surfer pushed him out of the way, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, the Surfer. But. Keep that same thought. Hold on to that thought, Matthew.
Yeah.
Hold on to that thought, because we are getting announced. Not going to have Fantastic Four and not give us the Annihilus wave, which then also brings in the other characters that we've seen thus far, which includes Star Fox and the Troll, and then the new Guardians of the Galaxy team, Nova, all that. We talked about this on the previous stream, I do believe. So, but yeah, all of that's coming. All of that's coming, man. So just stay tuned. So you can't do that, fan, right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all the characters that they get involved in, the room, it allows them to have with bringing in new characters as well into a crossover story like that. Yeah, that's a prime opportunity, prime real estate, especially when we get on the other side of Secret Wars that they've really set up well here in this film. Yeah, that's all in there, man. That's all in there.
Yeah. Marisu said, I was extremely disappointed in Reed's stretchy powers. Ben is super strong. Johnny is super fiery. Sue is God tier Super Saiyan Jedi Force pusher. Reed is only mildly stretchy. That's a really good point when you put it like that. I didn't even look at it from that aspect, but I guess he is the weakest out of the team in this, like when it comes to how far their powers go. And I do think that he's way more powerful than they portrayed him. I think they just have a problem with stretchy powers. I don't know, because they didn't give Miss Marvel her stretchy powers, and then I don't know what that's about.
It's like we just said, though. It's like we wanted to see more.
100%.
I wish we got more, because the few scenes where we got him in action were dope.
I think he could have. I think he should have stretched himself and made Galactus fall or something. You know what I mean? That would have been that's some shit. That's some shit that we'll see him do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense, right? It makes sense. So in that regard, I think we all agree. We all agree.
Yeah.
We won't
Because
there could have been.
OG Fantastic Four and what's her called, Elastigirl, are way more stretchy than this version
Oh
of Reed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they are
yeah,
hella stretchy to the most dynamic,
yeah.
almost
Absolutely.
borderline. You
Literally.
know that almost borderline that god tier stretch level. Because when you get cartoony with your stretching, that's when it's like on a whole nother level, right? Like
Right, exactly.
I don't think Galactus would have been able to stretch OG Fantastic Four, OG Reed Richards, and actually, do something. He'd have been like
Right.
this, and bro wouldn't have been, nothing would have been wrong with him. He would have just been mad thin, and like, like it would have been healthy, like,
Right, yeah. Yeah, but I think
um,
and it feels like it's intentional. Like I said at the beginning, like the
definitely,
storytelling that they gave at the front, it's all intentional. So I think everything was done with intention here.
mm-hmm.
Even if you want to call it a nerf of Reed, I think that's
Yeah,
intentional as well for what we got at the end, right? Because you wanted to look away. You don't want them to look like they can handle Galactus on their own. Because that was Silver Surfer's whole thing. Like, no, y'all can't beat this motherfucker. No,
yeah,
y'all not finna win
yeah, true,
because nobody has.
yeah,
Nobody has. He's a universal constant. Like there has to be a Galactus for the universe. So like,
yep,
no, y'all not finna beat this dude. But now, and that leads me to another point that we talked about in the previous stream, because someone in the chat brought it up. What if the F4 beat Galactus? Okay,
yeah,
we said Galactus is a universal force of nature. It
mm-hmm.
has to happen. There has to be a Galactus. Now there's not a Galactus.
Yeah,
They sent Galactus packing across wherever. There will be ramifications of that. Just like we
ooh.
know if a anchor being dies,
Oh,
O2 does that universe, right?
yeah,
If a universal constant is no longer in the universe, what does that do to the universe?
mm.
So now we have an even bigger problem than Galactus on our hands.
Yeah, it's very
That's
true.
insane to think about. We're going into Doomsday and then Secret Wars. So these problems are just getting bigger and
And
bigger.
bigger and bigger. Yeah, yeah. And
They're just
then
getting bigger and
they've
bigger.
already made an impact of saying the if a being from another universe goes into another universe, the impact that they have on that universe can also cause an incursion. Because you know what I mean? Like, so it's like if you're crossing into other multiverses and doing shit, that's gonna cause an issue. So if you send the big G to another universe, that's definitely
They
causing
just
some
doomed somebody.
issues.
They just doomed somebody. They
Yeah.
just ended someone. They they fucked
Damn.
somebody
Yeah,
up now.
yeah, yeah. That's
Think about that.
crazy.
You are oh my y'all, did y'all hear what Sensei just said, man?
Yeah, that's
Y'all hear what Sensei
crazy.
just said? You're crossing universes and you're impacting those universes. Something as big as Galactus crossing however many universes along the way and
Yeah.
ending up in another universe completely. Oh,
Whew.
incursion 100% is now happening.
Yeah.
Somebody's universe is crashing into somebody else's universe, and it is a problem.
Can you imagine
That
if
is
they
another
just sent bruh
information.
into another Earth? Like in the same exact like he's at the same place on a different Earth in a different multiverse, and they just push him from one into the other, and he just stumbles back,
Oh,
and he just keeps stumbling
oh,
into a different Earth, and he's like, oh shit, and then he just starts turning up again. Like that'd be
listen,
crazy.
listen. That is a super important piece of information that you just dropped on the chat, man.
That's
Because they're
wild.
giving us this. This is not something that we're pulling from our knowledge of the comics. Like that's true, but also no, this was given to us on screen.
Yeah.
This is information given to us on screen about this. So remember now, we already had several incursions. We are in the middle of incursion. You can use that same logic that you used about Galactus
Mm.
with Monica Rambeau.
Mm-hmm.
He crossed borders.
Truth. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Who crossed borders? Now she's interacting with a whole new universe.
Same with Wolverine.
Incursions are up. Yep, same with Wolverine.
But they said that his whole
Okay.
thing that he did caused it to rewrite his like
Mm-hmm.
cosmic DNA to keep it okay to him to be in that multiverse or whatever. But it's like, bruh,
Yeah,
if that,
yeah.
We got some people in some other universes and some things going down right now, G. So it's going up, bro.
Right. So,
Bruh.
Yeah, that's a big, huge drop right there. Huge drop right
That's
there.
crazy. And then how did okay, we've talked about almost everything. I think it's safe to talk about the big thing, right? Like we could talk about the big thing, and that is the post-credit scene, right? Like, or our mid-credit scene, I should say. Okay? Brother.
And they set this up. By even having when Sue was speaking to the United Nations.
Did you expect it to be him? Like, didn't we talk about this last week that Doom probably wasn't from this universe? Like, we were like, most likely he's not from this universe, bruh. But he is. He is.
But he is. So for one of the few times we were wrong.
I literally, I felt like I was the only person who knew what the fuck Latveria was in the theater. When it said Latveria, I was like, oh shit! I was like, oh my god!
I seen it in the theater. Oh, shit,
yes, bro, me too. And nobody knew. Like nobody, like literally, I was like, does no one know what Latveria is, bro?
No reaction. No reaction.
Latveria equals Doom, bro. Literally, I was shaking my wife on this side, and I was shaking my boy on this side. I was like, yeah. Oh shit.
It's Doom.
And he's not there. Like, what?
He's not there.
Like, oh yeah.
Well, of course he's not there. But like, bro, I was like, I don't think y'all get it. No, this is a big deal. This is such a big deal. Oh, yeah.
Bro, that means that we are going to get him and Reed, like, beefing, bro. Like, we're going to get that on a whole new level. I think, actually, Matthew just said a really good point of what I think I was about to talk about. Let's read this comment. Imagine how frustrating it is for Doom to be a megalomaniac conqueror in a world already basically unified by Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. It must be infuriating for him. Oh my goodness, this is just so true. And not only that, but imagine if he does love Sue. He probably does still love Sue and all of that stuff, and she's pregnant, and they do, you know what I mean? Like, that is so much, bro.
And we see him right in front of Franklin.
Bruh. With the mask off.
With the mask off.
And Franklin was touching his face. Maybe he fixes his face.
Who knows, right?
Did he fix his face, or did he make him look like Iron Man? Just saying.
That's a good point. You don't know, right? You don't know. So, and that creates another dynamic. Because now, let's say Doom is infuriated by this shit, right? Well, if this world's already taken care of, what else is there to do? If we know the multiverse exists now, and the Fantastic Four has saved this world, if Reed's not the only one that would know about this. He's not the only one that would know about another universe.
True.
Doom has Reed and intelligence too. Okay? We know Doom's a big bad. So now we figure out Doom's taking the trip. And it ain't gonna be on 828.
So now I have so many more questions around. Okay, wait, one thing. Since we're on credit scenes, how did you feel about this movie not tying into the Thunderbolts post-credit scene in any way?
I love it. I'm gonna tell you what.
Okay. I'm really interested in this.
When we saw Thunderbolts and we saw what happened in the Thunderbolts, the immediate thought was, well, shit, they just spoiled
everything.
What happens in Fantastic Four. But Marvel was like, no, crossover. We just hit you with the Alan Iverson. So, in that regard, I love that they didn't do that. Because it's like, well, shit, now we know that the Fantastic Four lose, their Earth is doomed, and they gotta go away.
Yeah.
No, we didn't know, because that's not what happened at all at the end of this film. That's not what happened at all at the end. At all. So then, now it brings back the question, and it brings back the conversation: who is in that ship?
Yes. Yes, bro. Who is in that ship?
if we're assuming everything's happening linear
Yeah.
wise,
Yep.
we're assuming that at the same time that it's happening here, it's happening there. Who is in that ship?
Because we also got a 4 years later tag, if I'm not mistaken,
A
before
4 years
that,
later
right? I
tag.
think it was 4 years later,
Yeah,
and then
but
boom, we see that.
we're well past
Yeah.
the day of Galactus getting sent off. We're well past
And
that.
in Thunderbolts, we get a 7 years later tag just to sync things up. So we don't know what that actually is. Because at the end of Thunderbolts,
Exactly.
before we see it, it says 7 years later. And then in this, it says 4 years
Mm-hmm.
later. So whatever that syncs
So
up to.
again, exactly. So again, we'd have to do some deep diving on that one.
For real,
But
for
like
real.
again, that question is still there. That question is still there because it's like, okay, if not 828 F4, which F4, or is it even F4?
And that's been one of my things I've been saying for a while, right? Is like, maybe this isn't that F4. The ship is different. They made a notion to even show that the ship is basically gone at this point.
Yeah,
But also in
yeah,
that 4 year gap, he could have made a new ship. Reed definitely could have made a new ship.
very true,
You
very
know what I
true,
mean? Like there's a
very
lot
true,
of stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's a
very
ton
true.
of stuff, bro. That's possible there. So, and I love that when we see Doom, I just love that reveal, bro. I think everything about him was breathtaking.
I'm gonna tell you this. There's something else that I noticed. Something else that I noticed. It was Sue's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It was more so of who is this, but why are you here? Because she didn't.
Yes, very true.
But she had, you know what I'm saying? Because she went to the kitchen to get some stuff, and she's coming back. She didn't drop anything.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't surprised. She just balled up the fist and was ready to fight. You see what I'm saying? Her
That's very
reaction
true.
told me
That's very
that
true. Why are you
there's
here?
already something here, right? They already know of this nigga.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So her
that's
reaction
very true.
told me, bro, what are you doing here? Not who the fuck is this? Because if she wasn't necessarily shocked, she was more so pissed. So
Yeah,
us going back to the relationship between Reed to Doom, that can be assumed. One could assume that that does already exist here, just off the
truth.
reaction. I mean, we're connecting dots, obviously, but I don't think it's that far out of the realm of possibility to say they are all they're all aware of each other, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That
think
makes the most
I
sense,
think
bro.
we got a lot of information in that little bitty clip. We got a lot of information in that little bitty clip.
Okay, so it wasn't 7 years; it was 14 months. So it was. So what is
A year
14
and a
months?
half.
A year
That's
and a
what it's
half.
been.
So it was a year and a half later,
Okay.
and this was 4 years later. I don't know. But we don't know. We don't know how time works in other universes relative to how that goes, though. So that's one. That's another thing that really messes us up. We're basically gonna have to wait until this gets put in the sacred timeline, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the only
Yeah,
like in the MCU timeline on Disney Plus. I think that's the only way we can actually know where this movie
right.
rightfully fits. Is Thunderbolts on uh is Thunderbolts on Disney Plus yet, or is it not out on there yet?
That's a good question. I did not check
Because
Disney Plus.
if it is, yeah, I was like, if it is, it should be in the timeline, and that will let us know where we really are. Especially because we know that the events of Captain America, Brave New World has already happened. You know what I mean? So I think Thunderbolts is the last thing canonically in the timeline of the sacred timeline in the MCU because Deadpool and Wolverine happens around Agatha all along, if I'm not mistaken. And then all of that, all of that is earlier on. And yeah, I mean, if we say that the movie 4 years later is when we get to that point with Doom is like at the same time that we see in Thunderbolts. Like if we just say that is either Doom or one of them in that ship going to another timeline trying to chase Doom, whatever it is, if that's
Mhm.
the first step's Fantastic Four, after Doom comes and gets Franklin, and then they leave trying to chase him, then that would mean that those movies are right there at the end of everything as well. So it would be Fantastic Four and then Thunderbolts would be like right after it, still being the last movie in the
And I think that's a good point, a good fair assessment there to have there. So, but that's crazy to think about. Because obviously,
yeah, bro, that's insane.
Because think about it. We know what Doom's. We can piece together for those that aren't keeping up here. Doom is going to be the big bad of everything. Yep. But in order to do that, Doom needs to have something powerful enough to control. Yeah, and access.
Yeah.
He needs something powerful enough to get to the TVA.
Yep.
To get to Loki, because Loki, as we saw Loki season 2, Loki is now the one thing keeping all the timeline from continually going fucking haywire.
Yeah.
We got a million timelines now. There's no longer 8 second times, a million timelines. But he's the only one holding it all together. That means Loki, at this particular time, is a being of immense power. Doom is going to need that power. So he's got to get to Loki.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't just cross the street and hop up in the TVA. It's a place that exists outside of time itself.
Yeah, right? That shit is not a hop, skip, and a jump.
Like you ain't just gonna walk across the street and there go TVA, and you do pull up to the TVA, right? So he needs a way to get there. Now we're talking about interdimensional travel, and we need ways to get there. So him snatching up Franklin, the most powerful being in the universe, one who could create an entire universe on his own. That's a lot of firepower right there, right? And imagine he gets that, and then he gets Loki.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
And speaking of what you were saying too, like with Doom and traveling the multiverse and doing all these things, I don't know if I think everybody heard it. There's a portal sound that you hear right before Doom is there. Like he's not there, and then you hear the portal. It's like,
you hear the sound,
and it's like, what the shit? And then he's there. I'm wondering if that sound is similar to the sound that we hear from John Krasinski's Reed Richard, because that whole portal technology is like, you know what I mean? That whole shit is like, that's his shit. Right. You know what I mean? That's so we can have that. We got the time chair that Kang was even using. That's somewhere in the quantum realm. I mean, there's a lot of ways for these things to be looked at, especially with the quantum realm being the center of the not a center, but a nexus point, I guess you could say, across universes, because every universe shares the same quantum realm. Like it's like, are we? So it's like, do we go Doom quantum realm? Do we go Doom TVA? Thinking about that Thunderbolts moment, it was a little menacing when it was like there's something in the sky, and then you saw the ship. It wasn't like even a heroic arrival at all. It didn't have that heroic feeling to it. Like we all felt dread from it. Like we thought it was bad immediately. Yeah. So it's like, is that feeling Doom pulling up on the 616? Or is that feeling the Fantastic Four trying to find help? Like how does this, like what is that? What is going on there?
Good point.
I think adult Franklin Richards is on that ship. Oh, damn.
He'll be.
That would be crazy.
He'll be aged up. He'll be aged up to a teen by the time we see him again. I don't think we'll have adult Franklin until later. But if you notice, this film did some time jumping. Fantastic Four did some time jumping. We got baby Franklin, and he's a little bit older, and then it was 4 years later.
Yeah. Right?
So we had a few different time periods in this movie. So we will see. I think we see teenage Franklin. Given where we are with, even if we go with some of the younger heroes, it'll be teenage Franklin first. I can confidently say it's going to be teenage Franklin. We already got Riri, we got Miss Marvel, we got Kate, we got Cassie from Ant-Man. I mean, there was even Teen Loki in Loki season 1 that we talked about.
Isaiah Bradley.
There's Bradley.
He's definitely pulling up.
You see what I'm saying? And then Amadeus Cho's coming soon. I mean, like we got
Mm.
the age range is we're looking from like teen to early adults. That's why the
Yeah.
young Avengers want all the young Avengers, right? And it's legally they can't be anyway, thanks to Sam. So yeah, we'll
Unless
be
it's a
kind of
team, unless they're like a subsidiary of them or something. If they, you know, if they
that's
do
a good
something
point.
like that,
That's
especially
a good
because
point.
what is it? What is
Damn,
it?
we
I think
forgot the name of some shit.
isn't there an animated Young Avengers that has like a young Captain America and all of them, and then like
Mm-hmm.
I think Maestro
Mm-hmm.
Hulk is like one of their like
Uh-huh.
like their
Yeah,
mentors or
shit.
whatever.
Yeah.
They could
Uh,
definitely do some shit like that
so
too.
they can, and with it being a new universe on the horizon, of course they can.
Yeah.
Of course they can, right? Of course they can. So thinking about all that we're getting with Billy and Tommy too. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say the next version of Franklin we get will be teens because I mean they've done a lot of time jumping. Like we saw with WandaVision and the kids, and then into Agatha,
Mm-hmm.
how they were in a little bit different situation with their reincarnated souls and all that, but they were
True.
still
True. True.
reincarnated into teens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. Very
So
true. Very
I
true.
think it's
I
safe to
didn't even think
say
about it like
teenage
that. I guess
Franklin.
they did time jump even the kids. Huh? That's funny.
Yeah, they time jump the kids like a mother. So I think it's safe to say teenage
Young
Franklin is
T'Challa. Yeah, T'Challa
ooh,
Jr.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Toussaint.
yep, yep, yep. Yeah, to son. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think teenage Franklin is the next step for sure, for sure.
Yeah. I agree, bro. I agree. I would like to see that. I think we'll probably have I could see adult Franklin pulling up. I could see having teen Franklin and adult Franklin at the same time on some crazy shit. You know what I mean?
I will be some wild shit. Secret Wars type.
I don't
That's
think we're
definitely some Secret
outside
Wars
of
shit.
time travel happening here in Secret Wars 2. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
bro.
we got everything is on the
That's
board
right.
here, bro. You know,
Oh,
so
yeah, everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Everything's on the
yeah,
table.
so
Everything's on the table.
even another
Nothing
multiversal
is
Franklin Richards from another multiverse or something like that. We could do a little bit of
yeah,
everything. Um,
yeah, right,
okay, let's
right.
jump back into chat. I see everybody been going crazy since we started talking about
Yeah,
Doom.
Taz jumping.
It is entirely possible that He Who Remains or Nathaniel used his Victor Von Doom's technology as a basis for his own. Anyways, I think it is a good. I think it's a little likely that Reed Richards is possibly because oh my god, I just came up with a crazy theory, bro. That was insane.
Want to hear it? I think
Okay,
I know where you're
so
going. I think I know where you're going.
okay, so Reed loses his child, obviously here. Like right here, I don't think Doom just pulled up just to talk to Franklin and then leave. I think he took Franklin. I think that's probably most likely what's happening here, right? He's taking Franklin with him and he's leaving. Maybe there's a fight, whatever. Maybe my guy is in being so filled with guilt and rage, unknowingly creates the TVA. Because if you look at all of the technology that Reed has, it is TVA technology, bro. Like it literally is. Like there's nothing else to say about it. It's just the TVA's technology. They didn't even change it. Almost like it's the same shit. Like it's crazy. I could see some crazy thing like that going down. I don't know how they're gonna do the Nathaniel Richards thing because obviously Kang is black, so he can't possibly be. I don't think he's going to end up being a descendant of my boy Reed. But for that technology to be so similar, bro, I feel like that's how where we could go with it, bro. Is Reed maybe behind this? I mean, we already saw that. Whoa, double whoa,
Mm,
Kang
mm,
in his holy shit in making his fake TVA stuff. He created the keepers, who were three different people. It could be very possible that the TVA is still made by three different people and not just him. Kang, Doom, and Reed. I think that's a possibility, man. I think that's a possibility
okay.
because I just feel like the TVA. I don't think Kang made the TVA by himself. I just don't think that. I mean,
Mm,
obviously, Ramona Renslayer helped and all that, but none of them even
mm,
remember, right? That none of them remember anything. It's like part of
right,
their
right.
job application
Just
to
like
get
they
your
just
memory
this is it.
wiped.
This is right here. Yep,
Yeah, like
yep. They just
you
knew it
can't
now.
be a Men in Black agent without, having your fingerprints and your
Yeah,
history erased, and you
yeah,
can't be a TVA
yeah.
agent
Really,
without
yeah.
having your fingerprints removed and your memory erased. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Right.
so I think And we have to do something with the TVA and Kang and all of that stuff. Let's just loop it all together, and it be a making of their own creation.
Oh, it's dope. Like it. I like it. But yeah. So it's a lot of possibilities that they can play with. Again, using that conversation from He Who Remains as a reference, because we know, like, yes, he's a descendant, but also Kang has many, many, many faces.
Yeah.
This could just be the face that he's wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
They did kind of show all of the Kangs have the same face, but I mean, they could easily just go back and retcon that shit at any given point. So there's ways they can really make that shit work. You know what I mean? So
Mari Sue said, "I think Doom is just there to Franklin and see Franklin and pay his respects, sort of like the wise men who came to to Bethlehem. A child has been born." Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I would not put that outside of the realm of possibility for my nigga Doom. Because Doom is a menace, bro. He's a menace.
Too, because even though they are enemies, there is a level of respect that Doom has for the intelligence of Reed.
Oh, true.
And Doom loves their kids.
Yeah, he really
Doom
does.
Has a very good relationship with Franklin and Val. Franklin and Val. He has a very good relationship with their kids. So maybe he's not there to kidnap. Maybe he is there to just visit.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Maybe he is there to visit. And pay
that's true.
I'm just saying, like, we can't forget, like yeah, they this is inspired by the comics, but they do keep things in line from time to time, and Doom has a very good relationship with the Richards children.
Very good relationship.
And I call him Uncle Doom.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's uncle. Like, they go to him. They go to him. There's a whole arc where Valeria went straight to Doom for help.
Yeah.
Because she didn't feel like Reed and Sue could help.
True.
Doom was even trying to help Franklin when he was losing his powers.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a Doom has a good relationship with the children. It's just the parents he don't like. he'll protect the kids. He'll protect the kids. So that's a really good point, Marcel. Kind of really onto something there.
Man, really what if he's there to protect them? What if he's not there on malicious intent at all? What if he's there like, hey, bro, the world is about to end, bro. Like, hey, G, look, Reed, we gotta bury the hatchet, my guy. We gotta figure out something, because that is very Doom as well. You feel me? Like, Doom is so smart that he knows when he does need someone else's help to fix some shit. He's not gonna just be like, I'm gonna let the world end. Well, he might.
Yeah, there it is.
He might.
Above all else, Doom cares about the world in which we live.
There you go. He
may not care about anybody outside of Latveria, save the richest kids, but like he cares about the world in general, even though because what the hell is he gonna rule over? Even he's like one of those villains that understands, like, you can't destroy the world because there'll be nothing for me to be king of. The hell am I be king of? There's no
I could 100% seeing Doom pulling up and being like, "You think you saved us, huh, Reed? You think with your you think you did a big brain play and saved us? No, surprise! Now you've caused an incursion." And I could 100% see it go any way, because Doom is always on. You never know with Doom, bro. Like, literally, he's either a menace to society or he is trying to save everyone while still being a menace to society.
No, that's a very good point, though. It's like Doom pulled up. Oh, so you thought you saved us? You really just screwed us over, my guy. Did you not remember what they told you about Doom being about Galactus being a constant, universal constant? You've doomed
us. Bro.
I gotta pick up the pieces. Now I gotta pick up the pieces.
Especially with that Robert Downey Jr. like vibe, like you know, not
it's already past. I'm better than you type thing.
Yes, bro. It's gonna be there, but it's gonna be different, and I'm down for it. I mean, I think even with I think even with the reveal that we got, that was so menacing of Doom, bro. Like the way it looked like bro was like 7 or 8 feet tall. I don't know why it just looked wild, bro. It looked so crazy, bro. It looked wild.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because I think they want us to think he's there on a malicious intent, right? I think they want us to think that because that's Doom's reputation. Let's just call it what it is. Doom's not a nice guy. He's not a good guy. He's not a hero by any means. He's the hero of his story. He feels Doom speaking third person. Doom is here to save you. You're welcome. Doom is here to save. Welcome. There is Doom. That very overall, right? So like in Doom's story, he's the savior, but like in real life, no, he's not. But again, what we just explained, Doom love the kids.
Yeah.
Doom love the kids, and Doom, you know what I'm saying? Like Doom offers asylum for those, and I mean, there's always some kind of backhand grand scheme behind it. But even when Doom does what is seen as noble, there is a backhand reason for it that's going to lead to him being on top of everything, right? But like even in this moment, I mean, it could just be Doom just saying what's up. Because Franklin wasn't scared
at all. That at all. He wasn't scared one bit. He was literally reaching out to him. Like I don't
reaching out to him and on the set. And see, I think that's the thing. That's the thing that you have to pay attention to, those little things outside of what we're saying. Because a lot of people are going to see, oh shit, it's Doom, and that I think shit's in trouble. But what if it's literally just Doom visiting? And Doom has a message for Sue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what if Doom's there to say hi to Franklin and then tell Sue, you guys actually made things worse. And he ain't there to fight. He ain't there to fight. He would have been in there fighting.
And I don't think that. I think Sue would have also been on even more demon time if he was really there to fight. Because she didn't even like, she just balled up her fist like, what is going to happen next? You know what I mean?
Why are you here?
If you're feeling froggy, I'm ready to leap. You know what I mean?
If you want to step, then step. But what you doing here, my guy? What's up, Victor? What you want, bro?
What you want, bro? What? We did not invite you here. Yeah, like why?
You know what I mean? There was no shock in that scene from anybody. No shock from Sue. No shock from Franklin. But Franklin wasn't in any danger at all. Franklin was actually enjoying it. So, that I mean, a scene looks away, but if you break it down as we are doing, then it's actually it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing.
Completely different dynamic, almost. Yeah.
Like the scene's completely flipped now, right? It's completely flipped now when you start breaking it down and looking at the details of it.
Especially if you think about his having his mask off. That means he teleported in, took off his mask, and leaned down to talk to him. You know what I mean? Like that is a huge thing right there, bro. Like that huge.
Changes the entire dynamic of that scene.
Yeah, bro.
That has literally changed the entire dynamic of that scene.
And it shows that that's what he's going to be doing to everybody. Like, look at me. Like,
because that's how he's going to get Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
Looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
How is he going to be like Tony? That's gone.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Can you imagine? Whoa. Can you imagine the Fantastic Four coming to the 616 universe and seeing that the main guy that is praised is the guy that looks like their Dr. Doom that they know is on full demon time? They're not going to trust anyone. They're not going to trust any of them, bro. They're going to be like, oh, no, bro. Like, this is... Yo.
Imagine. But wow.
That's crazy. I never thought of that. But it's because we never thought that he was from their universe, though. That literally opens up a completely different world.
That changes everything. Changes everything. So it's from their universe.
Holy
so it's safe to assume, especially after what we just watched, they know him. Obviously, the United Nations.
Yep.
They recognize Latveria. So he is a known person here. So okay. He's already of status. He's already of status. There is no
He
rival.
already rules
Already,
Latveria. Yeah, there is no
already
exactly.
rules Latveria.
Oh.
Already there. So all of this is happening while he's in Latveria, being who he is. So there's no way this is gonna go unnoticed.
There's no way this goes unnoticed, bro.
He's definitely gonna pull up, and I think what you said is exactly right. He's pulling up to tell them, yeah. So you think y'all think y'all did y'all big one, huh? That's
Yeah.
cool. But actually, you fucked up. Okay? And now, as it should have been from the beginning, Doom is here to save all. You're welcome.
And where did it lead you? Right back to
Wait,
me.
Yo.
Yo. Literally, bro. Like, that's actually, we really got to sit on that. We really got to sit and think about what this means now, because this entire time we have never looked from Doom's point of view as being in this universe. And now that we do, it's completely different, bro. It is, everything is different. His outlook on life is different, because this world is not like, you know, this whole world is, bro, like, his whole outlook on everything is just changed. Damn.
Right.
And he already runs Latveria. Like, whoa.
Yeah, he's already up power. He's already in power.
This nigga was in the movie for 2 minutes, for less than 2 minutes, and we already know so much about him actually from this universe. Like, when you really think about it, it's like, oh my god, this literally sets up everything about Doom.
A lot of information. That even now, and now it makes me think even more. Even though they're kind of discussing him a little bit more after Secret Wars. It makes me think even more now that him and Ori may not come out of Secret Wars. Because everybody universe don't make it.
Yeah, true.
You know, it all collides. It all comes into one. It's a brand new universe with everybody on it. It's people from other universes. That's how we got Miles Morales in the main canon universe. Universes colliding, man. That's what happens, right? So it's going to be interesting to see the flip side of Secret Wars, knowing what we know now, because this is way more information, and all we got was a 20-second scene. You know what I mean,
bruh?
Like, you know what I mean?
Bro.
We didn't get anything but a portal sound and unmasked Doom
Kneeling. Like, bruh, everything about that is just so much character, actually. Like, there's so much character building in all of that.
Right. So, yeah, that is crazy to think, dude.
It's crazy to think, brother.
That's crazy. He is Doom is from 828, y'all. 828 Doom.
Bro, 828 Doom is nuts. Like, what? Like, his whole outlook on life is different.
We can still tie that into your theory with locking people away. 828 could have been just locked away separate from everybody. That's why the only heroes on this earth
is the
F4.
Yeah.
Right? Because there aren't, even in like the main canon, even in Sacred Timeline, there's multiple. We got the Avengers as our main people, but now we're seeing so many other people, right?
Yeah.
Here, it is just F4. They protect the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
The whole world. Are you this planet's state defenders? Yes, we are.
Yep. That's us.
We speak for the whole fucking world, dog. What's up? What you got to say? You on our turf, big dog. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
With Kang basically discarding other Earths, and that's how we can say we don't know why the F4 doesn't exist on 616. It's because Kang said no. Put y'all motherfuckers over here. Mutants. Y'all motherfuckers over here.
Yeah.
Huh? Y'all motherfuckers over here. So Spider-Man, what? All the other part? Okay. So,
and it's also interesting on that note that the Multiverse of Madness universe that has a Fantastic Four on it is 838.
838, right? And
it has a Fantastic Four. It has the X-Men. You know what I mean? It has everybody except the Avengers, presumably. Presumably, except the Avengers, because I don't think we said anything.
But they got the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
They got the Illuminati. So that tells you for X-Men,
Mm.
fucking Asgard, all of them, all of that shit's there, right? All that shit's
Yeah.
there. You got fucking Peggy as Cap.
Yep.
So you got those elements there. So everybody's there. So why is
So
F4 the
many
only
events
people on this
happen
earth?
similarly in that universe, you know? Like,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you got all of that happen on 838.
Mm.
But 828, none of that happened.
Damn.
You got Fantastic Four, and that's it.
Mm.
Because then again, it speaks to even the line that Strange spit out when he was talking to Reed.
Yeah.
He was like, "Didn't y'all start in the '60s?"
Yeah, true.
Like that's like, who the fuck are you, bro? They ain't talking about y'all did start in the '60s, bro. Like, what we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That is pretty intense, bro. That's pretty intense. And I'm very damn. But you know what else I just thought of that this means? This Doom doesn't know magic like that, maybe, bro. Because this universe is way more of a science world. Everything about this is way more sciencey.
Hmm.
So he might just be way more sciencey himself.
That's true. He doesn't have to know.
And that might even be a part of whatever his arc is finding out more about magic or anything, you know?
Finding out sorcery. Yeah.
Because
That's a good point.
or him going for the cosmic power instead of magic because of Franklin. That's a big difference, bro. That's a big difference of him branching off into cosmic power instead of branching off into magic power. That's huge.
They can shake some things up. You're right.
Yeah, bro. Like it literally changes his entire dynamic of a character, brother. Like, because if this universe is the way that it is, that means there's not a lot of magic, obviously, as we see. If this nigga is just teleporting around, that means he's heavy into science. Heavy into science, bro. So it's like, what? We have so much, man. There's a lot there, bro.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there that we
like we gotta dive into, bro. Yeah.
Because there's no Doctor Strange there, presumably. The only thing that's it. The only people there is there's no Doctor Strange. There's no Wanda. You know,
no Wong, no sanction, no sanctum. You know the magic. What are they called? The sanctum sanctorum. Like there's none of that.
No sanctum,
bro.
Ain't even seen the pistol. So it's like there's a lot there. There's a lot that's not there.
Yeah,
there's a lot that's not there. Right.
No Thor. So, that's no science is magic. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot that we miss out on without that, bro.
A lot doesn't. So hang on.
Okay.
Check this out. So we talk about now, and I put this in the Discord about how Doom will assemble a team.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, since he doesn't have right now access to magic, witchcraft, sorcery. Remember when we talked about the people that would be joining Doom? And Strange and Wanda were two of the people that we mentioned that would be joining them. That covers your witchcraft and your sorcery. Yeah. Doom will have his own team. Doom's going to have his own Masters of the Universe. Doom ain't going to be storming across the multiverse by himself trying to get all his power. He can't. He'll get overpowered. He can't. Yeah. He has to have his own team. It's going to be a team of villains, but also heroes that agree with his premise.
Yeah.
Doom will be appealing to some people. Will find what Doom is saying appealing, and we'll agree with him. Strange being one of them, and we already know Strange is one of those people that will do whatever it takes for the greater good, which is why the Illuminati killed his ass.
Yep,
killed their version of Strange.
Reed Deadass said, in our experience, the most dangerous person to the multiverse is Doctor Strange.
I do not Wanda.
Nuh-uh.
I do. Wanda. Strange.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go ahead and just chalk him in. Team Doom. Doctor Strange. Team Doom. Wanda. Team Doom. Because Wanda been on some shit anyway. Right?
True.
All she wants to she's on her shit. She's I think Wanda's repentant. Absolutely not. Come on now. Let's be real. Wanda,
so true.
That wasn't even as far as she can go.
Mm-hmm.
They just that she wasn't even
She
really
said it.
truly
She said, "This
violent.
is me being reasonable."
Yeah, yeah. Now it's to her being reasonable. So by her own admission,
Mm-hmm.
she was on. She was really just chilling. She doing this shit on some chill shit. So you don't want an unhinged Wanda.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with Doom not having access to that on his Earth, he's gonna get access. It's Doom we talk about here. He's not gonna be without it for long.
Yeah. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man. We already putting the team together. We got Doom, Wanda,
That's
Thanos.
crazy.
Come on, come on, come on, man.
Damn, that's
Come on,
crazy.
man. And that's just from the 616. We talking multiverse. We're gonna have different versions of these characters, different versions of these heroes. That's probably gonna pull up with Doom. You see how big this
Wow.
is gonna get, man. See how
Yeah,
big
this
this
is
is
gonna
gonna
get
get.
crazy. Yeah, this is gonna get crazy. I mean, it's
That's
the
fucking wild.
multiversal civil war, you feel me? And that's one thing that I really noticed heavily about He Who Remains is bro was hella egotistic about it all, right? Like everything was
Yes.
about him. It was like, oh, my
Mm-hmm.
copies of myself caused this multiversal war. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, did they? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much about Kang that felt like he was just pushing propaganda, bro. Like, everything he said just felt like
Propaganda is crazy.
propaganda. Dead ass, bro.
Propaganda is
I was
crazy.
like, I am not subscribing to this TVA propaganda, my boy. It's just not happening. Because, you know, you're
Propaganda.
you're talking about all these shenanigans, and you'd already lied once. You'd already lied once
Ooh,
saying that you was,
ooh,
you know,
ooh.
like no, it's these three people. No, it's actually just all me and all of the
It's just me.
bees ever.
It's,
You know?
it's just me. That's some Wizard of Oz shit right there. They don't even worry about that shit. It is me. It's me. That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
That's a good
interested
point.
in what
That's a good
direction
point.
this
Yeah.
goes, though. Right? I'm interested.
So, we like you said, this is a big setup. This movie
Yeah,
was. I don't think people realize it. And we're trying to get y'all to realize it. But this movie was a huge setup. This was basically, you know, how comics they have a new launch point, a new jump in point, a new storyline being told. You can start from the beginning. You don't have to read none of the shit in the past. That's
true.
what this film was. Self-contained on purpose,
Yep.
but also that it has nothing to do with anything we've seen the last 20
Yeah.
absolutely no connection whatsoever past the year. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with that. So right now, no, this literally is a new company for the MCU. Everything has come post in everything has come in it. None that matters with this particular
Your shit
thing.
started breaking up really bad, bro. I don't know what happened.
You hear me?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah,
Good
you hear
now?
me?
Okay, yeah, you good
Yeah, we
now.
go.
There we go.
Yeah. So like everything prior to this doesn't matter for this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's true.
You're
Yeah,
telling
that's
them
true.
that story basically going forward. So
I mean,
wow.
bro, I really got to dive deeper into this because now I'm just realizing how much what this all really means, bro. Because it's like, damn, yeah, bro,
Yeah,
like this shit is
it's gonna take
completely
some real
different.
research.
Yeah, like we really got to dive
Some real
into.
research, man.
I like what Matthew said here. Sue is also the ambassador of the group, and as a world leader, I could see her interacting with him as the leader of Latveria. Yeah, that's
There
very
you
true.
go.
That's very true.
There
You
you
got to
go.
go to the proper channels. You know the rules, Victor. Oh yeah, like and he's always been trying to get to her too. Every time
Yep,
they talk, he's always
yep.
like, "Hey, yeah, come to my city. Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know he don't appreciate you, girl."
Oh, come to my city. Yeah, girl, I got
Bro,
you. I'll
and
fly you out. I'll
I
fly you out.
recently
What's up?
almost had that theory that Doom is gonna want to pull up on Talokan to get their son that they have. So
Mm,
that's also making me think
mm,
about the F4 ship pulling up and all these things. It's like I don't know, man.
mm.
I got so many questions that I got to try to figure out what's happening. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I got to go back and watch. I got to go back and watch everything again. That's how I
Yeah,
feel. I'm
yeah,
like
yeah. Like
I
this is
got new information.
really requiring a deep dive for sure. Like Wow, it's a lot of information that we're pulling out of this that it requires follow up.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It requires follow up. Wow, wow.
That,
That's wow, dude. They that's why we're here. We help y'all break this shit down. That is funny.
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Marsu's funny.
Oh,
But
well,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, bro.
That is crazy, dude. Cause just that Doom scene, you get a reaction, but I think they want that to be the reaction, but that's not the reality. The
Yeah,
reaction versus reality are not the same here for this. Because when we go and look at everything and we see the interactions and reactions of everybody, it's like, okay, that's different. It's different. Just flip the scene on its head. Now, yeah, we're gonna have to do some homework, bro.
bro, we got to.
We're gonna
Cause
have to
I'm
do some
like,
homework.
damn. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, this is opening up a whole new world of everything, bro. Like,
Yeah. See.
what the hell does the Fantastic Four do about that giant ship in their sky? Like, there's so many things. Like, Galactus' ship is just right there, bro. Like, it's in their orbit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is just.
There's no one driving it. There's no one driving it.
Oh man,
That's a crazy question. It's up there, and that motherfucker's huge.
that was huge.
It,
It's like
it held
it's the
him.
size of
It
a
held
planet.
him. So, yeah, it held him. So yeah, that's another issue we got to solve.
Like,
We got so many
is
questions.
Doom about to pull up with that ship, bro? Like, can you imagine? Like, bro, no, I'm taking it. This is New Latveria.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, bro. Bro, this is about to be crazy. Do y'all believe those leaked pics from a couple months ago? Sue was by his side with Franklin and Doctor Strange. Are you talking about the concept art that we got?
Yeah,
And it
the
showed
concept
like
art.
all
Oh,
the
yeah, the
yeah,
chair
that
too. Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, it
But
showed the
so yeah,
chair.
with
We
that
saw the
concept art,
Hulks.
yeah, with that concept art, a lot of it is I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's concept art. Whether they use it or not remains to be seen. But we saw Mephisto concept art. Who did we see? Mephisto. So,
True.
I think to answer the question, probably more yes than no. Probably more yes than no. So, because that concept art is not just shit they made up. It's
Yeah.
based on the story that's being told to them to draw up.
Yep.
Now, a lot of it, some of it doesn't get used. That's just part of the business, right? Things don't
Mm-hmm.
make it to screen. Sometimes we don't get those stories at all. But that concept art is created because there is something there for it.
Yeah.
So because of what we just detailed and what it can possibly lead to, I would say yes, maybe not in that exact way, but I do think there's a really good chance we see Soon and Doom and Franklin and Strange. Well, no, we're talking Secret Wars now, man. It's everybody versus everybody. So yeah, you know what I mean?
I just imagine seeing the
Absolutely.
Fantastic Four split up because of their beliefs that they have of what should happen.
And that's
Now that would
totally
be
possible.
really crazy because we already saw
Totally possible.
Sue and Reed going against it with like how they kind of felt about certain things here in a small aspect. But I mean, thinking about the whole universe, their whole universe at stake, would Reed still have that same feeling that he did when it was just the Earth, right? Like, would he maybe want to change some stuff up? And then
Think about
are
it.
him and Doom's idea of how to save the universe different, right? Is it like is Doom like, yo, we should do this, and then is Reed like, no, we should
Check
do
this out.
this, and then that's split. You know what I mean? Like,
Check this out. Check this out. Because we know Reed thinks about the logical solutions, right? Reed is
mm-hmm.
part of the Illuminati. Let's not forget that.
That's
Okay.
true. And they definitely
In
was
the comic,
destroying universes, nigga.
The Illuminati are the same motherfuckers who sent the Hulk the fuck off.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Think about that. They're
Yeah.
the same group. Part of them was like, yeah, it's probably a good idea if we just
Get him
boot
out
Hulk
of
off
here.
world and don't tell them the truth. Let's just send them packing though, but don't tell them for real. We don't want you here, big dog. Tell them it's something that we need them to do out there, and hopefully we never see his ass again.
And then we gotta blow up
That came out
his
from
ship when it make sure his ship
Yeah.
blow up too, so he can't get no way back here. Like, bro, what?
We can't get back here, right? So just to put that there, as like a precursor to answer this question. Yo, there's a very good chance that Reed is part of the group of people that's like, yo, we gotta blow shit up in order to keep our shit from blowing up, y'all.
It's the most reasonable thing to do. Yeah, exactly.
If your Earth is about to crash into my Earth, we gotta keep that Earth from hitting our Earth. We gotta blow that shit up, dog. Sorry.
And then I can hear Sue being like, okay, and then what do we do when the next world comes? And the next world, and the next world? Do we just keep destroying them?
Yes.
I can see that whole conversation playing out.
And it's gonna definitely put a strain on the family aspect, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta think, it's 4 people, 4 votes. They're not all gonna agree on that.
Very true.
So you could potentially see a splitting of that family.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, bro. That's what
it's literally us or them. Like, you got to protect your Earth now.
Yeah.
Right? There's not too many ways to keep our Earth from crashing into your Earth other than to blow that Earth up. So we are getting into some dangerous territory. It's going to be a lot of morals being tested.
Bro.
A lot of friendships, a lot of relationships, a lot of emotion. I mean, we were talking about stakes, but the multiverse, think about it, man. All the incursions that are already in motion right now, that they've not really given us, we were able to piece it all together. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get sticky. It's about to get real sticky.
I agree, bro. I think it's about to get really, really insane about just the future of everything, bro. Like, especially with Franklin in play now, like, whoa, like that literally, even that alone changes the dynamic of Secret Wars. You know what I mean? And Doomsday, like, it changes everything, bro.
It changes everything, because whoever has Franklin on their side basically has the tipping of the balance on their side.
Yeah.
That's wild. And we know how important the F4 is to this story.
Yes.
So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. And this is just a little setup that they gave us, a little toss up they gave us for the, you know what I mean? They kept this shit within their frame of their world, but it's, as we saw, it's way, way bigger. And Reed and Galactus have confirmed that for us. It's way, way bigger. Way bigger. So a great self-contained story that gave us something to think about. And we're going to get a lot of those answers coming next year.
We're gonna get a shit ton of answers from Doomsday, bro. That shit's about to be crazy. And I keep forgetting that that's like an Avengers movie. You know what I mean? Like,
it is,
I just keep thinking that it's Doom's movie. You feel me? That's in my brain. Like, it's just Doom. That's just Doom's movie, and everybody else is just showing up in it. But
everybody else is just living in it. But that's crazy. So we're going to see basically Doom's rise to multiverse power in a very short time.
Yeah, bro.
Very short time. And I think even I would go as far as to say we get something towards the end of Spider-Man that kind of gives Link and some kind of headway to it. I would go that far. I forget
that Spider-Man is next now.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting that.
Spider-Man's in between from now and then. So I think I would go as far as to say we get something, maybe in the form of a post-credit, maybe at the end of the third act. We get something that links us to Doom. As we get into Doomsday, shit hits the fan. And it's up. So
Yeah.
that's what I think about, man.
Bro, we're at a huge fork in the road right now, basically, when it comes to what's
Ooh,
about to
that's
happen.
the
You
best
know?
way to put it.
Yeah, bro.
Holy
So
hell, that's a really good way to put it, dude.
I don't know
That's a
what's
really good way to put
I
it.
am like I don't know what's gonna happen next. And I'm surprised about that because I kind of thought I knew what was gonna happen next because of the post credit scene in Fantastic Four, and then I was like,
Right.
okay. No, the post
Yeah,
credit scene, not in Fantastic Four, I mean Thunderbolts. But the post credit scene in Thunderbolts was a complete finesse. We have no idea what that context is at all. I definitely thought that was gonna
exactly.
give us some context here. We have none. So it's like that just adds more questions of, okay, was Doom
More
on demon
questions.
time or was he there on a humanitarian effort? Like we do not know. Yo.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it's more questions
Damn.
than answers.
Damn, bro. I can't believe it, yo. But I think we've really talked about everything. We've talked about the movie, we talked
Yeah,
about the
we
post
covered it.
credit scene, we nerded out, we theorized about some other stuff as well. We've been talking to chat, and y'all been talking back, and we definitely appreciate all of that. What are you got any final thing that you want to talk about, or any final say before we get up out of here, G?
Man, I think I'm gonna do some deep diving here on some of the
Mm,
related projects that kind of correlate with what we talked about here. Definitely gonna check out Thor: The Dark World again.
yeah,
I mean, even some reference points in Quantum Mania that can be
true,
revisited here. So I'm gonna definitely look
true.
into those films and kind of gather some information and theorize going forward what we could be looking into. So I think we got a lot of homework ahead of us, man.
I agree, bro. Just off of the top of my brain, I think some movies that could be in the, you know, uh, chamber to be rewatched. You already said Dark World. I definitely think Multiverse of Madness should be in there,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like I think that should be
yeah.
in there for sure. I think maybe No Way Home, but maybe not. I think that's more
Good point.
magic-y. I think we probably kind of got all of that stuff. That was a magical reason why that incursion was going on. And it really wasn't an
That's
incursion.
good.
It was more of a multiversal rift. And once we get into those things, it's really different. It's all basically like No Way Home is like a level 1 incursion, basically. And what we saw in the
Mm,
Marvels is kind of like a level 4 incursion. And then,
that's a good one to put it.
and Multiverse of Madness, we hear about a full-on incursion happening because that's where the evil Doctor Strange is. So we see a full-blown
Yeah,
incursion, like the aftermath of a full-blown incursion there.
right.
You know what I mean? So I do think that Dark World is a big one to go and rewatch because of multiversal reasons to understand like some of the foundation there. Multiverse of Madness is
Yeah,
really important to understand a little bit more about incursions. I don't think the Marvels is as important because I think a lot of what they talk about in the Marvels is already gone over in Multiverse of Madness when they start talking about
yeah,
incursions. But
I
Monica
agree.
does say a very specific line about the incursion before she flies to the other side to seal it up. So whatever that is, I can't remember, but I think that could probably be important.
Good point
You
too.
you
That's a
you said
good point.
Quantum Mania. I didn't have that one
Mhm.
down, but I definitely agree with that. That's probably going to be a huge contingency point. Probably that post credit scene might be really important as well, because even though they're going to dead that out, it's still probably going to be very important. Um,
Mm.
oh, Loki, obviously we got to I think
Loki,
we actually
yeah,
have to
yeah.
rewatch Loki. I think it's probably a huge must to rewatch Loki. That's probably what the first
I
thing that I'm
agree.
going to do right now is rewatch Loki
Yeah,
because
yeah. I'm
the
back to
things that
Loki for
go
sure.
on in that is a lot. Like there's a lot that goes in there. I think we even see like a level 3 incursion in Loki because of when we start seeing
Mm-hmm.
like time unraveling and all those things going on. And I mean, if he
Yep,
didn't sit on the
yep,
throne, literally, it would have been
yeah.
incursions everywhere anyway. So
It makes a
yeah,
lot of sense.
like yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Good
Dark
point.
World,
Good point.
Loki,
Good point.
Multiverse of Madness, Quantum Mania. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Pretty good list there. I think it's pretty good
Yeah,
list.
yeah, I think that's it. The Marvels kind of I guess actually the Marvels might be a little bit more important because technically all of those riffs that she's making around
Oh,
everywhere are kind of like
right.
little
Yeah,
incursions in a way, right? That's
yeah,
how
real
she's
small.
able
Yeah,
to take literally like water from one planet and then immediately have it go to another because
to
she's
the
like
other. Yeah.
she's basically creating an incursion between those 2 points. So maybe the
Mm-hmm.
Marvels is more important than I think. I'm gonna put that on my list and I'm gonna watch them all and then I'll check back in and let everyone know how important what
Facts.
is to this the multiverse glossary, I guess you could say.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good time.
I think that's it. I think that's it, man. I might be a little out of order. I think it might go like Dark World, Loki, the Marvels, Quantum Mania, Multiverse of Madness. I think in that way you get a progression into how serious
Mm-hmm.
everything is. You know what I mean? Because if you when you
That's
watch the
good.
Marvels first, you see what if you it's like you can see if Monica didn't go and close that rift, then what would have happened is what you see in Multiverse of Madness on Doctor Strange Dark, his Dark World or whatever. So I think it's a good
Right,
progression in that way to see how all those things link. So,
right. No, that's good. That's facts. Good
so
point. So
yeah,
y'all got homework
man,
to do. Chat. You heard that? You got chat. Y'all got homework to
facts,
do.
big homework.
Chat.
But
Get with
yeah,
us on it.
I guess some of my final thoughts are just I really love the movie. I think it was a freaking banger. I think I kind of wish some things were better in a way, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
overall, the movie is so good that those smaller things that I have issues with, I think it's easier to be overlooked.
I feel that. I feel that, and I feel the same. I feel the same. Some of the little things, and in the grand scheme of it all, it's kind of like, well, they're kind of minor complaints. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that completely changed the film for me or anything like that. It's like, well, they could have
Yeah.
did this. They could have did that. Might have been a little slow here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those little small things. It didn't change what I thought of the film. But when I watch this film again, absolutely, absolutely
Oh
same.
yeah.
I think this month, man, we've been gifted two pretty good bangers in Marvel and DC. So
Ooh, bangers.
two bangers 2 weeks apart, and we haven't been able to say that in such a long time.
Man,
And what a time to be a fan of this genre.
man. What a time to
You know
be
what
a
I mean?
nerd.
So it's promising going forward from both sides from what we've gotten just in this month alone. So it's very, very promising going forward. And I think we got some really good stuff ahead of us. So it's
Yeah.
fun. We're definitely gonna be on top of it. Definitely gonna be
True.
on top of it.
Hey, I couldn't agree more, man. It's been a banger after another banger, and now we have like a year in between we get another movie from either studio again. Which is insane to think about, but it's a
That's a
fact. Like
long time.
we get these movies at the same time and we don't get another movie from either studio for
From
about the
either
same
one.
amount of time. Like for about the same amount of
Yeah,
time,
man,
bro.
yeah.
Because what's the next movie?
Wow.
Supergirl, I think. So, and that's not until
Yeah.
June. So it's a
That's
full year.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a full year for that. Spider-Man: Brand New Day, I think is later on in that year at some point. So we got a year for that as well. So yeah, yo, we're
Wow.
we're gonna be in a drought basically of comic book
Wow.
movies for a full calendar years for sure, unless somebody surprises us. But guess what?
True, true, true,
Star
true.
Wars gets to take that spot because we get the Mandalorian and
Also
Grogu
true. Mango
before we get
Grogu. Okay.
Star Wars we get Star Wars before we
Yeah.
get another Marvel or DC thing, bro. So
Yeah, we
we
gotta complete
actually,
something, right? We
yeah,
got
yeah,
something.
exactly,
We got
exactly.
something.
So
Hey. All right
it's
now.
crazy, bro. It's crazy. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm really happy that both of these films. One thing that I also wanted to say is when it comes to Superman and when it comes to Fantastic Four, the first steps, even though I have issues with both of those movies in their own right, I think
Mhm.
that they did exactly what they set out to do.
Facts. Stamp that. Facts. They did
I
exactly
think they did it,
exactly what they set
bro.
out to do. And part of that was change the narrative on where both of those companies are in the
Yep.
industry thus far. I think that's part of it for both of them. and the other part was tell the story that they're trying to tell in their respective rights. I think they both did
Yep.
both of those things very well.
Very well. Like
Very well. So,
they did what they wanted to do. Period, bro. There's nothing else that you can say about it. Like these movies accomplished exactly what they set out to, and I'm happy about that because I do not feel like we have had a movie that has accomplished what they set out to for a very long time, like a very long time, on both sides of the fray.
Both sides, exactly.
Yeah.
Both these films, there's the intention there was kind of to revitalize the brand. And I think we've done that with two movies that both are kind of kickstarting some brand new shit. So, well done on both sides. Well done.
Well done.
And then put them 2 weeks apart from each other, man, and keep
bold.
That's bold. That's bold. Okay, that's bold.
But I feel like this is how it should be, bro. Don't be scared. Like, feed us. Like, feed us, bro. Like, I'm trying to be in the theaters in the summer.
Listen, because that drives revenue. Competition drives revenue. Here we go. So it was smart, and it was a huge swing for both.
Yep.
Huge swing, especially for Gunn and DC, because we're coming off of basically 2 years of nothing. Really.
And people forget about that.
Yeah, we're coming off of 2 years of nothing. And then we jump right into a brand new Superman. And for them to hold this date next to Marvel that has been the summer juggernaut for so long.
Yeah.
But even now with them, they're coming off a weaker effort. So it's tough, right? So they have something to prove. That we still got it. Right, and DC is like, well, we can hold our own. So, in both regards, respectively, they've both done what they set out to do. Like you said, totally agree. Totally agree.
And that has me excited for the future. And just as something that's also funny, that's what the Mandalorian and Grogu is probably going to be like as well. I think the Mandalorian and Grogu is going to do exactly what they set out to do, and they're trying to revitalize the entire thing for the fandom to let everyone know that they still got it. Like that is this, you know what I mean? Like that's what we're about to. You know,
so people are tired of mediocre. You know what I mean? Like it's for the long time. And Feige even admitted it. It was quality. It was quantity over quality for a time, and we know what time that was. It's a time where C.A.G.E was in charge.
Yeah,
Bob Iger had left. C.A.G.E took over.
People forget about that.
Like it felt cool
it's like, oh, bro, C.A.G.E just got fired for no reason. Then, huh? That's what you're trying to tell me? Like, come on, G. Like, it's obvious it was a problem going on, G.
Come on, y'all. It was a problem. It was like, yeah, we were getting fed, but like, look at the quality of what we were being fed, right? Like. Look at the CGI in a lot of those things, especially, I think the most criminal of it all, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
the CGI in that film, man, was just so blatantly bad.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, y'all put this on screen for us, man.
Yeah,
I'll put this on screen.
Low bruh with the floating head. That was terrible. The floating.
That was so bad. Then they tried to clean it up. They tried to clean it up when they put it on Disney Plus, and it was just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, Max.
It was bad. I was like, y'all got to be kidding me with this, man.
Like, how did this happen?
But also, the VXF team was going through problems back then too.
Yeah.
So
let's not forget they had to fire the head of the VFX department for favoritism and shit like that. There was a whole bunch of shenanigans going on over there.
They weren't getting any days off and stuff like that, long hours. So it was a lot of stuff going on under the C.A.G.E regime that just really was bad, and it reflected in the films and in the projects that we got. So they had to right the ship. And some of this stuff, like I think like Ironheart was kind of the back end of all of that. That's why that got pushed back so much. It was like right in the middle of all the shifting. And then right when they got C.A.G.E up out of there, and then they had to reshuffle the whole team and reshuffle the entire board. But all of that
strikes started happening.
Strikes, so many things happened in succession that it was just caught in the shuffle, and it was like, well, shit, we had to wait for it. So but I think this film here is kind of one of the first things of the rerun of Iger. We're post Chapek now,
Yeah.
and it's going to be interesting to see going forward. And same thing with the DCWB, right? They had to
Yeah.
switch up a lot of shit. They had a new regime change after
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
sell.
very true. Yeah, that's
You know
very
what I
true.
mean? And that's what ended up with James Gunn getting the job, right? So we're on the other side of that now. This is
Yeah.
the first project from this new regime. So
And now they're
they're
splitting the
all
company up into two separate things with media and all
and
this
now
other
they're
stuff. Yeah,
splitting
there's a
the
lot of
company up, but
changes and stuff going on. That's
they're
so
still in the
true.
middle of changing, right? They're
So
still in the middle of
true.
changing.
Yeah.
But like both companies are kind of at the same point right now.
Mm.
It's kind of at the same point, and it's like a restart.
Yeah, for lack
So,
of better words, for sure.
yeah, so it's and it's off to a good
If
start for
this is
both.
the
So
yeah, I was gonna say if this is it, then we off
off
to
to
a
a good
good
start for both.
start, bro. Like there ain't
Yeah.
nothing else. Yeah, there's no other argument
We're
for
gonna get
me
if
around
we're
there.
matching this level here and elevating hopefully, then all right, let's rock, let's run it. You know what I
Then
mean?
let's rock. Exactly. All right, just to check the polls that we have going right now, before we jump up out of here on YouTube Shorts and one on YouTube. So YouTube Shorts, we got 29 votes. 69% of the votes on Shorts said yes, that they did enjoy it. 14% said no, and then 17% said that they haven't seen it yet. So,
Oh,
that's
so you need to go see that, man. Come on.
yeah, you gotta go see that. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I
go
think
see
that
that and come back to me.
17%, can bring that up, a little bit more. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm saying that's
Yeah.
17%. Go watch the film and come back and watch this replay crew. Let's go.
Facts. And then on YouTube, on just regular YouTube video, we got 14 votes. 71% saying yes, 14% saying no, and then another 14% saying that they haven't seen it. So, yeah, I
Yo,
mean,
14%. Go
yeah.
watch the movie and come back. What y'all doing here? What y'all
Facts.
doing here? Appreciate the views,
So
but like, what y'all
facts,
doing here?
yo. So yeah, man, I think it's safe to say. I mean, yeah, I gave this movie a solid like 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? That's I definitely gave it a solid 8 out of 10. One thing I got to talk about, bro. I was not feeling the music. I'm not gonna lie, I was not feeling the music.
Oh, the score.
The score, the original score, I love that first score. I love. They remixed that thing like 7 different times in this movie. Okay,
They did
like,
the course of film.
and it was like, all right, buddy, like like by the end of the movie, I didn't want to hear it anymore because they played the same score in so many different variations, and then there was no other music at all. It felt like it was like every time I noticed it was music, it was the Fantastic Four theme in just a different way, and I was like, God damn it, bro! I was like. Yeah, they slowed it down. They made it like a nursery rhyme type of song when Franklin was on. Like it was just always that. You know what I mean? Like it was just always that. Like, and I was like, all right, G, all right, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, all right, I'm like that was my only thing too. That shit took. I was like, bro, ain't no way, bro. Like ain't no way.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they played a random ass song at the end too. I don't know if that took you out. That shit was random than a motherfucker, bro. I was like, what's
that galactic shit? That Devour Us galactic shit?
Yes, bro.
I was tripping first. I'm in Discord hitting all y'all up.
Yeah.
And then I catch the words.
I was like, man, is this a Galactus song or what? Like,
are they training to Galactus to devour them? What is happening here?
Like, bro, what's going on? I was confused. Man. Like,
bro, this song is wild.
yo, I was like, what is the song selection in this bitch? Like, what?
Dude, that whole. Wow, that shit was crazy. I was like, that's some real cult shit right there. Bro.
That was some real cult shit, bro. Hey, but they said it. They said that there was a cult of Galactus that had started, because of everything.
That's what I started. I was like, well, okay, I guess I get it. That was wild. They both the Galactus, Devour Us, Devour Us. I was like, bro, this song is
This
nuts.
is
Do I look like this?
nuts, yo. I literally was like,
Oh,
what's happening, brother? Like,
yeah,
what are,
it took me a minute. It took me a minute because I'm hyped. I'm in the Discord
yeah,
hitting everybody. And everybody, I'm on Twitter hitting everything up. But then they say Devour Us?
yeah.
Like, bro, what are we listening to, man? What is this? This song is wild. This song
Like,
is
did y'all
insane,
make
dude.
this song for the movie, or did you find this
For the
somewhere?
movie,
Like,
bro,
I got so many questions.
what is going on? I'm like, did I miss this during the film or something?
Oh
Because this is
shit!
nuts. Yeah, that
That's
was nuts. That was wild. That was a wild way to go out.
to
That was
wrap it
wild.
up.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
Yeah. But
So
yo,
fun.
with all that being said, though, yo, we definitely appreciate y'all chat for pulling up and showing out today. It was a good one, yo. We've been yapping it up, getting it cracking it up. You know what I'm saying? I always love it. I always love it, yo. It's always a good time, for real, for real. BZ, I definitely appreciate you for pulling up here, my guy, to be here with us as we talk about all these lovely things. G, make sure y'all go and show BZ some love at Music City Soul on all platforms. You feel me? You feel me? And you can follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and questions and everything else in between. And we gonna see you guys next week on Sunday, okay? And we do this every Sunday, okay? Around 3 p.m. PST, you can find us going live here. It might be 3, might be 3:30, might be 3:15, 3:45, but around that time, we gonna be going live for sure, for sure. Talking about all the latest news, giving you the updates on what's going on, all things nerdy. You feel me? I don't know if we have any nerdy things going on over the next week.
We'll see. We got some SBCC stuff. We got Peacemaker stuff. We got some casting news that dropped.
Actually, holy shit. The Naked Gun drops on the 31st. And then I think, I don't know if you guys know this, but Eyes of Wakanda got pushed up like by 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
So it actually releases this Friday. Yeah, it releases this
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
So we'll be live doing a watch party for that.
something to
And then next Sunday, we'll be
We got something
talking
to
about it, yo. We definitely gonna be
Yeah.
talking about it, bro. I forgot all about that. So
We got
yeah,
something
that's
to talk
dope.
about. Oh,
We
yeah.
definitely got something to talk about, and that's Friday at 9 p.m. I think. So we'll have the watch party on and cracking here. I'll make sure to set it earlier on so everybody can know that it's going to be dropping this week, and that's going to be a freaking banger, bro. That's going to be a banger. I have high hopes for that show, and I'm so excited to see the rest of Wakanda and just the MCU from that other perspective. It's gonna be a banger.
Facts, Matthew. Facts.
Big facts. Big facts.
Locking in, man. We're locking in.
Yep, so
got a good week.
yeah, it's about to be a W week, bro. So make sure you guys like the video if you like the video, because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You feel me? And you can follow Marvel Bros on all platforms at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all the latest nerdy news, movie reviews, and everything else in between, okay? I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Sunday, and we going to be locked in and ready to rock for next week. You feel me? Make sure you guys join the Discord and all that other good stuff, because we always chatting, we always getting stuff cracking, and if you want to join the conversation, you can jump in there too. And yeah, yo, I appreciate y'all, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
You guys like support Marvel Bros? All you gotta do is visit our website at www. And buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.